Well, let's start it off right. Can I get a whistle bitch roll call up in here? Will is out there. He is currently out there fighting the good fight in his mom's Fiat with his little metal whistle. It's sub 30-degree weather and it's glued to his lips, but he doesn't care. The pain from his dilation wound is keeping him awake. That and a ton of soy milk and almond lattes. Our boy is amped up. He's ready to start some shit. All right, he's out there. He's keeping the peace. When Whistle and Well comes around, shit gets done. I hope you're ready, Chet. He doesn't take crap from anybody. It do be like that. It do very much be like that. If you've been watching the news, and how could you not, little Snowgadishu, also known as Minnesota to those foreigners who might not be from the United States, is turning into a hellhole. This is, of course, our custom in this glorious state. Why wouldn't it be? Every few years, there's got to be a riot. Something's got to get burned to the ground, going all the way back to twerking for justice into the Floyd riots. Of course, you had the elections of Trump twice, and now we've got this bullshit. And leftists, communists, the little weasels that they are, just can't let it lay. They've got to just amplify and escalate and intensify nonstop until everybody's got a fucking problem. So we did a stream 2 weeks ago talking about how stupid it already gotten, with Renee Good parking herself in the middle of the roadway, part of an ICE monitoring group, using ICE apps with her lesbian lover who told her to gun it at law enforcement, and then she got shot for doing that. And here we are once again. So we've got a bit of a run-up. Before we get to that shooting that just happened today, there's so much shit. There's so much goddamn shit. Communists just can't calm the fuck down. They've got to create so much content that you could stream for hours a day if you wanted to. This state is a hellhole. It is a hellhole because the DFL, that stands for dumb fucking liberals, have allowed itself to become so corrupt and inept, so willing to accommodate and acquiesce to criminal elements because they enrich themselves through it. They buy votes through it. Fucking over the taxpayer is the grand strategy of the DFL. They're going to have you pay for votes. They're going to import anybody they can, any group they can, that's going to make your life worse. Anarcho-tyranny. The citizen gets hassled for following the law, and the lawbreaker gets lauded and protected. That has been the fucking playbook in this state for 30 or 40 years now. And so we last left off with Tim Walz not knowing what the fuck he's doing because he's inept, saying he's not going to run for a third term. Amy Klobuchar saying she was going to come in and do a third term. But of course, Amy's just as dirty, co-sponsored a bill to give millions of dollars to NGOs and companies that are affiliated with the fraud that's taking place. And now we've got another shooting. And even before that, there were numerous events of violence and theft and assault, the day-by-day playbook of the left. So let me just kind of lay it out for you a little bit. You know, let's start out. What are our government officials? What are the city officials and state officials doing to really address what's going on in Minnesota? Are they de-escalating? Boy, leftists sure love that term. They love to psychologically use all these terms you'd find in therapy. They like to use therapy words. De-escalation. Let's send a therapist out to a gunman. Somebody who's robbing a bank, send somebody like a life coach. That'll do it. They like to use these terms, but boy, they never practice it. It's all lip service. So what do we get from the city of Minnesota? Well, let's take a look. The city of Minneapolis again demands that ICE leaves the city and state immediately. We stand by our immigrant and refugee communities. Know that you have our full support. God, of course they have their full support. They're part of the fraud. How could you be involved in a $9 to $20 billion fraud and then actually go out of your way to thank the people that everybody's looking at who are guilty as fuck? How many daycares and medical assistant programs and transportation programs have they infiltrated and robbed? And you're giving them a little nod of the hat, a little tip of the hat to them. That's brilliant. And of course, right on the heels of this, when they're talking about all this massive amounts of money, what do we get? TSA. TSA flagged nearly $700 million of US dollars being transported out of Minneapolis airport by Somalis in just the past 2 years. They're stealing our money to enrich Somalia with all the Democrats' approval. I can't get through the fucking airport with a tube of toothpaste. You bring mouthwash that's the wrong amount of alcohol in it, you're going to get a fucking very personal exam from the security. All right, they're going to be right up your ass crack. Yet somehow light bulb heads are walking through the airport with hundreds of millions of dollars and never being stopped. They're going to bring it to warlords and terrorists in their shithole country that they fled because it was so terrible. They're going to bring all that money back. The remittance of all that money going to sources that are going to use it for illegal shit, somehow getting through the airport without any issue in the world. Welcome to Minnesota. So in the face of all this enormous fraud, ridiculous amount of programs that have been subverted, ridiculous amount of government assistance programs that are so fraudulent that makes people say, why am I paying taxes? What is the fucking point in paying taxes? All these different investigations through independent journalists like Nick Shirley or Cam Higsby, from news sources like Alpha News or Fox, all these different groups that are looking into all these different things, uncovering it nonstop. You've got Minneapolis tweeting they love the criminals, and nobody wants to really, open more investigations into how you're facilitating the exportation of billions of dollars to a third world shithole. So is it any surprise Trump goes up and says, no more, your money's cut off? Oh boy, they love that. You tell tantruming leftists that they're not going to get their way, they sure take it well.
We're giving 90-day notices to places like California, Scott. Right away, we're going to send out that notice. Who would bill the federal government as people poured into the state to send those people back because no country can afford to do it? No country can afford to take in millions of people, pay for their education, their health care, their hospitals. You just can't do it. And we all have a heart. You can't do it. But many of those people are murderers. They're people released from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. They're people that are drug dealers. They're addicts. Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
No more money. You're fucking cut off. Daddy's not giving you your welfare anymore. No more allowance for youth or throwing your fucking toddler level tantrums. God, it just took $20 billion in fraud for somebody to finally say, you know what, maybe we're not going to just give you money without any oversight. Maybe you're not reliable enough to be trusted. This is like giving a kid going to college a credit card and then finding charges for hundreds and thousands of dollars for useless shit. And then they're like, no, you can trust me. Give me another credit card. Fuck that. I think you've already shown that you're not responsible enough. Why the fuck would I give you more money? Oh, but these are the future scientists, right? The fucking rocketry engineers, the brain surgeons of the future United States. These are the people with the IQs that are just topping the chart. They've blown the bell curve away. Our Somali brothers and sisters are some of the most intelligent people. Sometimes I just sit in awe as I listen to them pontificate on the greater mysteries of life.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. People don't really see, like, it's people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
Hey, guess what? Your grandmother doesn't have medical insurance because of this bitch. Hey, you know that family down the street that couldn't make rent? Yeah, they're living in the gutter because of this bitch. Hey, you know those people that don't make enough money on their lower to middle class incomes and they can't feed their entire family? They've got to sell assets to try to survive. They're getting by hand to mouth, week by week. Yeah, that's happening because of this bitch. Little bananas and rice. Did she mention? Bananas and rice? I don't know if you've caught that. as she was talking about the delicacies of her homeland. I think we all know the texture of banana and rice is it's delicious. It stimulates your neurons. That's how they get so smart. They eat baby food. They eat baby food that has little rat shit in it. Mmm, delicious. And then they eat it with their hands. They don't even use utensils. They're too intelligent for that. That's something dumb fucking white people, white people who don't season their food, they do that. Use utensils? What are you, 120 IQ? No, I'm Somali. All right, I'm Einstein level. I just pour it on the floor and eat it like a fucking pig, like an animal in a trough. I get down there on my hands and knees and I let my brain direct my mouth. It's what high-level intelligence people do. It's delicious. Mmm, tastes like bird shit. Goes down like rabbit crap. Mmm, yummy. That's high IQ Somali shit. Oh, is your grandmother, mother, brother, sister, and neighbor and people in your community, are they suffering? Are they in poverty? Are they having hardships? Well, bananas and rice, though. I need to send $700 million in remittance to Somalia for delicious banana and rice. Now, you might say, wait a minute, Jim. She got her head caved in for being a goofy bitch. Maybe this is some form of concussion. Maybe we're watching a person turn retarded in real time. I hate to inform you, but that is the default state of Somalians. Maybe you didn't leer enough. It's a famous Somalian saying, live, laugh, leer. All right, they're known for it. They're kind of fucking stupid. This is what we import into the United States. Do you know after World War II, we took all the genius Germans? That's how we expanded our rocketry program. Do you think we're going to go to Mars with these motherfuckers? They're going to fly us into a mountain. Their attempt to get us to another planet is going to end in a nuclear disaster. Cincinnati's going to be wiped off the map if we put a Somalian in charge of NASA. Live, laugh, leer. These fucking bananas and rice. What culture on earth eats that? Who have you ever heard that eats bananas and fucking rice as a combination? That's retard tier. That's water-brained. All right, that is a level of retarded that even the tarded kid in school would be like, God damn, somebody get my tard wrangler over here. You're never going to believe what the Somali kids are eating. Fucking bananas and rice. And of course, who leads these sorts of people? Who is their representative? Well, of course it comes from Minnesota. We've got to talk about Ilhan Omar. Now, Ilhan Omar gets very fucking angry when you bring up the fact that her husband brother, come on! You have a retarded group of people committing fraud at an unbelievable rate. And they fuck their family members, and they marry their family members, and this is acceptable. This is the point that politics in this country has reached, where you're told this is normal. And if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. How about no? How about a husband brother is a problem to begin with? Eating bananas and rice is a problem to begin with. $20 billion in fraud is a problem to begin with. But of course, Ilhan Omar is not just married to a husband brother. He's also a homosexual husband brother. This is Andy No's Twitter account. Andy is a gay man. Should I talk about the time I saw Ilhan Omar's ex-husband brother on the gay section of a dating app? Yeah, I'd love if you did that. I want to know about Ilhan Omar's homosexual husband brother. I think that's a story that we'd all enjoy. What do you mean you found her husband brother on a gay? He's on Grindr? Oh, I hope. Is he in the gift giver section? The bug chasers? I guarantee he's riddled with AIDS. I mean, I don't know if you know the prevalence of STDs in Somalia, but guess what? It's catastrophically high like the rest of Africa. Do you know in Africa that it's a folk belief that if you rape a baby, you get rid of AIDS? Have you ever thought the sort of brain power it takes to think you need to fuck a toddler to get rid of HIV? That's the level of IQ. No wonder they eat bananas and rice. Homosexual husband brothers. And of course, you know, this Somali community, it's out there everywhere. It's not just the people with concussions talking about their dietary choices. It's not just the politicians talking about their incest relationships with homosexual men. No, it's Somali students as well, out there showing everybody diversity is our strength, you know, showing how peaceful they are. Because Minnesota's known for peaceful minorities. You know, the children are our future. Welcome to Minnesota, a sea of black faces punching you in the head. Welcome to Minnesota, minorities kicking you in the teeth. Oh, the Somali community, they really enrich us all so much. I mean, that's just what happens every time. Every time we let an immigrant community come in. You know, very strange that when the Hmong community came to Minnesota, they weren't committing $20 billion of fraud and telling everybody to eat bananas and rice and throwing giant riots everywhere. So strange. I wonder what the difference between those two groups is. Maybe the Hmong aren't intelligent enough. Maybe they're not on the same IQ level as the Somalians. Now, interestingly, last stream, when we were talking, there was a portion of the stream where I brought up education, what it's like to be educated in America, what it's like to go through the educational system. Academia is captured. It is a fully taken over left-leaning institution. At any level that you attend, whether it's elementary school, junior high school, college, or a doctorate level, you are going to have to bend the knee, keep your head down, and kiss ass for ideologues who are going to regurgitate their propaganda to you and expect that you're going to put it in papers and recite it back to them verbatim. Now, what happened after that stream? Well, here's an interesting thing. Had somebody post this about the stream. A not insignificant number of middle-aged American men should have been sent off to, I don't know, War of the Coal Mines maybe, but went to liberal arts college instead, where female professors pushed them to engage with ideas they disliked, traumatizing them permanently and debilitatingly. Oh. You know, they had a video in there. What did I say on that last stream? Of course, you're going to have to put up with the shrieking cackles and clucking of fat fucking leftist white women. I know it is grating. And I know a lot of you in chat right now, if you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, are probably experiencing a form of PTSD, having flashbacks of those good old college days where you had to, keep your head down because the liberal professor would screech at you like that if you didn't repeat their talking points. God, I'm having heart palpitations. I don't think it's related to the heart attacks or the stents. I think the heart palpitations are quite literally flashback memories from hearing that voice and equating it to about 20 different professors I had to put up with. Oh, no, you're right, ma'am. I love unfettered immigration. You know, so strange that this particular person had put out there that they just didn't get it. You know, as they went on to have further conversation. Oh my God, that's not what it's like in education. There aren't fat white liberal women that just harangue students with their propaganda bullshit. We don't have students being inspired to actions that are violent because of a teacher's ideological viewpoints that they think that they can, inflict upon a captive audience of students that can't leave or go home. You know, that doesn't exist. Oh, except, I don't know. It does wholeheartedly.
It's funny, then why are you laughing? Because that is what has happened. And if you do not process that, you need to process that right now. It is fine. If you don't like the fact that she was warning people about ICE being in the neighborhood, that's fine. It is okay for you to not have liked that she was doing that. That's okay. But what you need to understand is that she was told to leave the area. And so she was turning her vehicle away. She waved to other vehicles and they were leaving. And she was turning away, and the officer stepped in front of her vehicle, raised his gun, and fired a shot at point blank range.
That's right, Timmy. I know this is math class, and you're here to try to learn some linear equations, but instead, I'm going to be a fat, dumb white bitch and inflict liberal politics on you until you cry. Timmy, you're going to need to write me an essay that's at least 5 pages long, explaining to me why Renee Good was actually a saint that descended from heaven, and the ICE officer raped and murdered her in front of an audience that was in tears. That's right, that ICE officer beat her with a billy stick, and then fucked her ass. He raped that corpse. And then all his buddies applauded before they Nazi marched down the street, Timmy. Welcome to math class.
Into her vehicle. And then as she drove away, he turned and fired 2 more shots at point blank range and shot her in the head. And that could have been you. You think it's funny? Because that could be you, or it could be...
You're in here making jokes, Timmy? You're in here making jokes about Renee Good getting shot. You think that's funny? Oh, I can smell the cat piss through the screen. I can guess the label of wine this lady drinks just listening to this audio clip.
It could be anybody in this room. Any of you. And the moment you think it's okay to shoot a citizen of the United States because they wanted to leave a scene, and keep in mind, she had broken no law.
She quite literally had parked herself in the middle of the road to literally stop an enforcement action. And she wasn't trying to leave a scene. The officers, the ICE officers, had come up and asked her to get out of the car. That's called fleeing. The reality these people live in is so detached from the one that everybody else inhabits is kind of stunning. But she will take these students. They're a captive audience. They can't leave. They're in this school. They can't just walk out. So they're captive audience that has to listen to this shit for minutes on. And I have no idea. What is this, a 40, 50-minute long class? She's going to dedicate 10% of it to haranguing them about how Renee Good was a freedom fighter and the ICE officer was the Gestapo. Really interesting. It's almost like this does have, there's more to this. I'll let the rest of this play out. There's more instances of teachers doing this to their students repeatedly after the Renee Good thing. And after all the different events that have happened over the last 3 to 4 weeks, just in Minnesota.
She was simply following orders to leave a scene. The moment you say it is okay to shoot someone for leaving a scene as ordered by law enforcement, then that makes it okay for anybody here to be murdered by law enforcement. That is what you are endorsing. Anybody here. The Manson Police Department can shoot you. Are you okay with that?
Well, are you, Timmy? Are you okay with the Manson Police Department executing you? Colombian drug cartel style, right in the cafeteria, Timmy? I'm going to have your parents watch. They're going to be sitting in the auditorium, up on the bleachers, Timmy, as Chavez comes in and blows your little head off. Fucking mighty. Here's another example. Again, the exact same thing. Students held captive, having to listen to this propaganda bullshit. What does this have to do with science class? What is this? See, this is part of the trick that they pulled off to be able to do this, is they created this crap called intersectionality, where they tried to justify the idea that their social propaganda is interrelated to every other subject that gets taught. So math and science, English, literature, it doesn't matter what health class, it doesn't matter. It's all intersectional. And because it's intersectional, they can infuse into it all their retarded liberal propaganda, holding kids hostage in classes that have nothing to do about this and having to listen to this be vomited up to them. But just, yeah, here's another example.
His move should have been to go like this if he was really afraid. Your job as a police officer is to de-escalate.
A split second.
No, he had, no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
She was not, Nick, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes, you're arguing right now. What are you? You're arguing right
Because watch the video, he was not in
Just because
danger.
you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. Just because you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning.
Guys.
Yeah, just because you're alive doesn't mean you are
It
intelligent.
sucks that she got shot, but it's a split. You have a split second.
Yeah.
And they're not leaving us on.
You're gonna take that? She's fucking stupid.
Hey, just say she's fucking stupid. Dumb broad over here talking about her goofy politics. Fuck you, lady. Go roll around in your litter box, you crazy nutter bitch. Go eat some bananas and rice, you loony bitch. I don't know who that kid was, but he's probably expelled now. Rippin' pepperoni. Rippin' pepperoni. So this is kind of like the vibe that's going on in Minnesota. This is to kind of give you the attitude, the feeling of what's happening. Kids held hostage in their class, violent students roaming the street, inept and corrupt politicians, money being basically exfiltrated out of the country to nefarious means, violence left and right. And so we'd left off with Agent Ross, the ICE agent that had been involved in the Renee Good shooting. And what happened to him in the last 2 weeks? Well, we of course got, what is it, Krasenstein, if you remember him, decided, hey, I'm going to go and fuck with this guy's Give, Send, Go. People who decided to donate because they knew what the left was going to do. They were going to come after him. They were going to come after his family. They were going to come after his kids. And so they tried to set up a Give, Send, Go for this officer so that didn't affect him, so that he and his family would be fine. So, of course, what happens? Here comes Brian. Important. I just reported the GoFundMe for ICE agent Jonathan Ross as it appears to be breaking their terms of service. Please do the same and share. Here's how. Also, here is the violation. So this guy sat there, looked up something. This is, again, a classic and favored tactic of the left. Also, it's very funny that they get upset when this is turned around on them. They have used this as a cudgel for the last 15 to 20 years, at least the last 10 years online. Deplatform, demonetize, debank, make sure people don't have a voice, make sure they can't make money, do whatever you can to, just snatch it away from them. And if you've noticed, now that they've lost power, now that that has slipped through their little fingers, they are fucking big mad about it. And they'll write these diatribes talking about, what about our principles? We don't share principles, you communist fuck. I don't give a shit, Brian, about what you think. You're a slimy little fucker that was involved in some kind of real estate scam. Every time somebody is talking about this dude, they always bring up some judgment against him for quite a lot of money, quite a large amount of money. What do you know? Why really clears it up as to why he would be so, motivated to defend Somalian fraud. But, it's not enough, right? It's not enough that they try to take away any charitable money given to the ICE agent for this entire situation. Nope, they want to go after his family. They want to get his family and teach him a really good fucking lesson.
Hi, everyone. This is a PSA. Jonathan Ross lives in my town, Chaska, Minnesota. There are 2 police squad cars sitting in front of his home. Earlier this morning, I passed just to see what kind of action was there. Saw the police officers there this morning. I did a U-turn by them, turned out, and then went to go do an errand. I came back because I wanted to ask if they were protecting him or if they're protecting the general public. And the police officers basically said, we're here to protect the community. He looked at me like I was...
Yes, chat. I see people in chat saying, what's wrong with this bitch's nose? I noticed it too. Something about that right nostril didn't heal after the nose job. After they took a hammer to her fucking face and tried to reattach it, they did their little Play-Doh bit. Something went catastrophically wrong. I don't know what it is, but you can't not notice it. It looks like a Halloween costume.
Some idiots, and, it is what it is, but I don't really believe them. I think they're protecting him. I think he's hiding out in his house. And I'd love for everyone who doesn't like him circle around in his neighborhood. I won't say exactly what road, if it's Court or if it's Drive, you can figure that out. But I will just say that the numbers look a lot like a 1 and a 1, 2, 0. I don't know. Go circle around, make him uncomfortable, everybody.
Go terrorize his family, everybody. I'm just a vapid white girl. I'm a leftist liberal chick, and I always am excused for doing this shit. Yeah, terrorize his children. I am a completely retarded vapid whore, and I want you to scare his family. Now, as you might imagine, this didn't work out great for allegedly. A woman who allegedly doxed Jonathan Ross has been fired from her job and arrested. The woman, Sarah Larson, who allegedly doxed Jonathan, has been fired from her job and arrested for publicly posting the home address of the agent. I have no idea if that's true, but I can confirm that she did take down the TikTok video. because, being a complete fucking brain dead retard, this basically put a giant target on where she lived by saying, oh, he lives in my neighborhood and this is how I drove to where he lives and I interacted with him. Very stupid. Go fuck with his family. Go screw with his kids and his wife. Make them uncomfortable and afraid. Stalk his property. Walk around there. Really scare the shit out of them. And she has no problems doing this because the left has been so coddled after, the past 20 fucking years. The internet, politics, the media has provided a shield for their most disgusting behaviors. They never got blowback for it. There was never pushback for it. It was always swept away and considered okay. You could get some dumb suburban left-wing woman who could get away with this shit. Except now people are kind of getting fucking tired of it. They've kind of just, reached their limit a little bit and they don't want to deal with it anymore. And of course in Minnesota, Minnesota has a really unique relationship with violent leftists. This state is fucking crazy. And it's been crazy for about 8 or 9 years, which coincides with how long Tim Walz has been governor. How long, the DFL has always really held power in the state, but Tim Walz in particular has allowed some pretty egregious shit to happen. I mean, I don't need to remind you of what it was like during, the Floyd shit. Or even, partially a year or two before that with Justice for Jamal and twerking for justice, which you'd think is a joke, but it's not. They actually were twerking for justice, shaking their little asses because some other criminal got into trouble. This state seems to love it. These particularly Caucasian, liberal, 30 to 60-year-old DFLers love having minorities and foreigners burn shit to the ground and destroy infrastructure. And they pass it away and they hand wave it away by saying that insurance will cover it and businesses will recover. And everybody's actually really okay with this because that's what everybody really wants. But it's not the case. So what do you think happens when these people repeatedly say things like go after their family, scare them, fuck with their kids, here are their addresses, get out there, get violent? Well, you start getting shit like this. Now, Nick Sorter is one of the people that's on the ground. There are a lot of people in Minnesota right now filming all this shit. Nick Sorter, Nick Shirley, Kim Higsby. Breaking. A group of Somali thugs just robbed me of my $1,000 camera in the Cedar Riverside neighborhood of Minneapolis. They then dragged me down the street as my hand got trapped in their door handle. Nobody bothered helping. DHS must raid this place. So what is he talking about? Well, here's a footage.
Hey, get. What did she just do? She fucking...
Oh shit. Okay, it's okay.
She took Nick's camera. She just stole Nick's camera. Let's get her.
No, get in the camera. No, give her the camera.
Just tell her to give him the camera back.
Give her the camera.
What happened, Nick?
They just stole my camera.
Right out of your hand while you were in the car?
Why, Nick, what happened there? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Some zookeeper's going to get fired because an exhibit just stole my camera. Somebody's getting fired at the zoo. All right, that's a direct quote from Nick Sorter. I'm not saying that. That's what he said. I'm just translating. Maybe you didn't hear it. The audio is a bit low.
That's what the fuck you wanted, right? That's the fuck you wanted, right?
That's what you did.
Man, listen, motherfucker. You gotta get the fuck up out of here.
My daughter.
You fucking coward. Where the fuck are you, a coward, bitch?
You have to leave.
You fucking coward. You robbed me, motherfucker. Get the fuck up out of here. Bitch. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward, motherfucker.
Nobody
Motherfucker, you trying to incite that shit.
Nobody stepped in.
Get the fuck up out of here, bro.
$1,000 from the equipment.
Okay, can I just point out for 1 second the guy trying desperately to be intimidating, the Latino guy, the Hispanic guy, and the baklava, whatever the fuck it is. The guy I'm talking about with the glasses, and he's wearing flannel like he stepped out of a time warp. Somebody didn't tell him this isn't fucking, Compton in 1992 or something. That is the most prison gay guy I've ever seen in my life. That dude would absolutely suck your dick for a pack of cigarettes. I'm just putting that out there.
Did you call 911? Did anybody call 911?
Why are you in this neighborhood?
Have Kevin do it.
Okay. You fucking Nazis.
We got it all on video.
We're not Nazis. Yeah, you fucking Nazis.
We're not Nazis and we're not racist. I condemn Hitler completely.
You're a fucking racist, bitch.
I'm not racist. I condemn all racism.
Guy, you a fucking Nazi.
I condemn all racism.
Why are you here?
I condemn all racism except for against you. You banana and rice-eating motherfucker. So, Nick gets robbed. They steal his shit, and he gets roughed up. You can see in one of the follow-up tweets, you can look at his hand. He got stuck in the fucking door as they dragged him down the street. Not a single one of these fucking people helped. Not a single bystander stepped in and said, hey, that's wrong. Hey, you shouldn't get robbed and roughed up. Somebody shouldn't drag you by their fucking car down this. Do you know what would happen if a white dude drug a minority behind his car or on the side of it down the street? They'd say that he was a Grand Dragon in the KKK and was trying to lynch people. But it's cool if a Somalian does it. By the way, I don't have the screen cap, but guess who was responsible for doing this? Somebody that ended up being found to have a relationship with one of these fraudulent Somali businesses. So somebody who's working for an organization that's already connected to the $10 billion fraud in the Somali community stole his fucking phone and then drug him on their car down the fucking street. Is it any wonder, with the escalation that's been happening in Minnesota, you've got people like Tom Homan going out and giving interviews like this?
There are already 2,000 or so federal agents in Minneapolis for this massive crackdown that's tied in part to this ongoing probe of alleged Somali fraud. Fox is told that about 1,000 more Border Patrol agents are going to be heading there to assist, basically free up HSI officers. There's also this growing network of local residents who are tracking ICE movements and warning people about them. And schools in the area are being given the option of remote learning for the next month because of how hot the environment is getting. Yeah. Are you concerned about what we're heading toward? And what do you say to those officials like Mayor Frey, who's accused the administration of just looking for an excuse to invoke the Insurrection Act?
It's ridiculous. Bottom line is they don't have to shut schools down. They can't give me one example where ICE has walked into an elementary school or a church or hospital. It's ridiculous. And all this false narrative that they're pushing, it's just going to double down on the hate against ICE. For instance, calling it a murder, the mayor calling it a murder. The hateful rhetoric has caused a lot of this violence. I said way back in March, if the hateful rhetoric doesn't decrease, there will be bloodshed. Unfortunately, I was right, and it's not over. There will be more bloodshed unless we decrease the hateful rhetoric. To compare this officer to a murder, are you kidding me? Threats against ICE officer, actual attacks are up 1,300%. A lot of it's based on the hateful rhetoric from people who don't understand what's going on and don't want to face the facts.
1,300% increase in violence. Now, you may hear that and think, oh, that's got to be hyperbole. That can't be true. That's just him making shit up. I really want to try to lay this as like a foundational groundwork, as a latest to build upon, right? So you understand what we're dealing with in this state. We've talked about the goofiness and the fraud, all right? God bless our Somali brothers and sisters. They're light bulb heads because they have the brightest idea in the room, right? Am I right? We all love them. Give them their nanners and rice. Delicious. All right? But the undercurrent that is being put forth on these private networks and social media systems that nobody uses, like Blue Sky, is unhinged as fuck. Leftists on Blue Sky are urging comrades to take up firearms and use them to hunt and kill federal agents. Let's take a look at, let's do a temperature check over on Blue Sky. From Lady Rain, she, her, respect the pronouns. Literally just organize and shoot ICE on sight. They're literally Gestapo agents. I've seen way too many vids of ICE Nazis brutalizing and murdering us. It would not surprise me to see Americans shoot them randomly in an effort of self-protection, survival. I'm so sorry, Alliance Against Gun Violence, but with the recent ICE murder and shootings, I think police organizations across the country should have every officer shoot ICE agents on sight. A car is turned into a lethal weapon, approach with care and shoot on sight. ICE management has gone crazy. You know, when they talk about this stuff, they act like ICE is coming up here, and working for the fucking God Emperor. Like they just showed up with a fleet in orbit.
We have arrived, and it is now that we perform our charge. In fealty of the God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare exterminatus upon the imperial world of Typhon Primaris. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world and consign 1 million souls to oblivion. May imperial justice account in all balance. The Emperor protects.
Oh, the Emperor protects. That's ICE. They've shown up in there, just their exterminatus. Everybody's gone. Everybody's been wiped out. And of course, it's not just people on Blue Sky, though. It's the politicians that are backing the shit. When you've got Frey up on stage saying shit like this.
To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. Somebody is dead. That's on you. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get.
Yeah, justice. I'm sure, Frey is really interested in justice. He's made his whole career about that. So what is this attitude really kind of built up to? It's not just interfering with ICE operations. It's not just anti-law enforcement sentiment. That's always been prevalent with communists and the leftists. It's fucking with anybody in general, starting to go after people in public. And I know you've seen clips of this, and we're going to talk about it. But let's just kind of, again, going with this theme of what you're seeing on Blue Sky, what you're seeing politicians say, what you're seeing on mainstream media.
Where you going? Huh? Are you ICE? No. Do you like ICE? Say f*** ICE! Say it! Say it, bitch! You're a bitch! Your mom's a bitch! Say it! F*** you! F*** you, Nazi! F*** you, Nazi! F*** you, Nazi!
Just screeching with their little fucking faggy bullhorn, screaming at the top of their lungs. I think part of leftist mentality is really just them interacting with the general public like they do with their parents. You wonder why they're jobless, live-at-home fucks that have no lives in their 30s? It's because they throw a tantrum when mom and dad try to kick them out. And that's been so successful, that has worked so well for them, that they think they can do that with the general public, strangers they've never met. If I act like I do with mom and dad, I'm going to get a bigger allowance. Mom and dad aren't going to ask for rent, I just got to scream loud enough. Now I'm going to go do it to some random motherfucker on the street. And it's not just calling people Nazi. They're out here talking about an armed insurrection now.
My name is Kyle, I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos, doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up, you missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground, Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet, show up, ready to go. Okay, not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. This is exactly what I said was gonna fucking come when we didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry, but welcome to America 2026, where Second Amendment is the only thing that's going to keep you fucking protected from literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity. This is not a fucking joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these fucking people.
Arm up, go in the street, start killing people. They've talked about it with law enforcement. They cost anybody that just is a white person. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the left rhetoric, a lot of the commie talking points, these fifth columnists, is a visceral hatred of white people. Usually that's self-loathing as well, but outwardly they want to take those negative feelings they have about themselves and project them onto everybody else. So that's why they'll just randomly follow some white guy who hasn't said or done anything and start accusing them of being a Nazi. That's also why they love to go and fuck with just anybody on the road. They love to fuck with law enforcement. They like to fuck with just regular people trying to get home from a long... Imagine you're coming back, you've gotten through rush hour, you've had a fucking horrible day at work, It's been like 9, 10 hours long. You just want to fucking go home. You just want to go home, man. Eat some food, hang out with your family. And you've got these obnoxious little fucks blocking the road and screeching at you.
Y'all, stop engaging. We're trying to get them to leave.
Just the most entitled little assholes you've ever met in your entire life, blocking off the road. They don't give a shit. Fuck you. Fuck you if you work and you have a life and you've got things to do. You could be driving grandma to the ER. You could be getting back from an 8-hour shift, picking your kid up from school. They don't give a shit. They're just gonna fuck you. You're white. Fuck you. You're in the middle class. Fuck you. You're in the the suburbs. Fuck you. You went to church. I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna throw a tantrum. Everything's got to be dog shit. I'm some disgusting, smelly, fucking Birkenstock wearing hippie asshole. Some throwback to the 1960s, fifth columnist, communist asshole with shitty unkempt hair. I smell like fucking patchouli. And I'm going to sit here and block you from going home after a long, arduous day. Because I don't have to get up. Mommy and Daddy pay my rent. I don't have to pay for food. I don't have to pay for anything. Mommy and Daddy take care of everything for me. I can dedicate 20 hours a day to being an obnoxious cunt because I don't work or go to school, have a social life, I'm not married, I have no friends. I'm your typical leftist communist faggot. And I'm just going to do this to everybody. And of course, these dumb motherfuckers somehow inspire stupid ass, middle-aged, white leftist women. I play with twins. I play with twins. You can't put me in jail. I play with twins. I like Legos. I play with twins, and I can't go to jail. I'm gonna look at camera. I'm so sad right now. I'm looking at the camera. I play with twins. Sorry, bitch. Into the back of the paddy wagon you go. Oh, you're gonna get black bag. Nobody's gonna see you again. You're going to Gitmo. They're gonna load you up in the orbital cannon for the exterminatus. I'm sorry. You're gonna get fired out with a shell. You're going to go right into the fucking landscape. Nobody's going to know. We have a Somalian NASA scientist who's going to calculate the trajectory we need to slam you into a mountaintop. I'm so sorry. Do you hear these hippie fucks in the, yeah, man, like, you can't do that, okay? Like, she's got a vagina, so she can do anything she wants, guy. Okay, I'm holding my Starbucks over here. I rub patchouli on my balls, so I've got that scent everybody loves. You know, the hippie scent, patchouli balls? Man. These people are fucking insufferable. You know, eventually tensions are just going to keep rising. They're going to get more violent. The rhetoric's going to get more extreme. They're going to keep doing this over and over and escalating nonstop, not just with law enforcement, with everybody in general, blocking off streets, fucking with pedestrians, walking down the sidewalk. What do you think is going to happen? I'll give you a basic example of what's going to happen. let's rewind that a little bit. This again, this goes back to my point. It's like dealing with a toddler. It's a kid. It's a kid that's used to dealing with just their parents. They have no social interaction beyond that, and they think those tactics work outside of the family home. So he's literally doing something you'd see an 8-year-old doing. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. What do you think the decibel level of a bullhorn put against somebody's ear is as he's blasting it at full volume? And then he's totally shocked when he gets punched right in his stupid communist face.
Trying to cut him off here, bro. Take the loose first. All
Look at this guy right like Deadwood. Watch his ass. Oh, and he's down. And here comes another guy.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, let's break it up. Why is this? It left us just like a World Star hip hop videos. If you ever noticed, somebody starts shit once they get their ass handed to them, they're getting beaten into the pavement. All of a sudden, that's when the crowd wants to get involved. Hey guys, hey, let's back off. I know these 42 people jumped you, but you're winning now, so we need to back off. Oh, you need to stop. Do a little breathe. Let's de-escalate. You can't be winning. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to win. De-escalate a little bit. Hey guys, back off a little bit. You knocked out all these assholes one by one. Yeah, that's not allowed. MAGA, you can't do that. God, these fuckers are out in the streets hunting for people. You're going to see numerous examples of that. Like, I have numerous examples of the shit they've just been up to. But before we, it's been about an hour. We're going to do a quick break. Before we get to that, let's talk about a little more regional news, a little more local for me. Where I'm at. There's a tweet put up by Aaron Ruper. I shut down the oldest Mexican restaurant in my hometown of Forest Lake, Minnesota, a city that voted overwhelmingly for Trump, and Pete Hegseth's hometown too. Feel safer yet? Well, I'd like to tell you a story, chat, and this is a true story. Both Aaron Ruper and Pete Hegseth are my age, and I happen to know both of them when they're children. Now, Pete Hegseth was involved in many after-school programs. He was in sports. Aaron was a loner. And Aaron doesn't like to talk about this, and I think it's time that I come forward and explain it to everybody. And this isn't to besmirch the name of Pete Hegseth, but Pete used to bully Aaron personally. He used to call him bitch titties, and he'd smack him right in the chest. He used to hold him on the ground and scream, "Hey everybody, it's bitch titties," and he'd just punch him in the chest mercilessly. He'd do it every day at the bus stop, to and from school, for years. It got so bad, Aaron had a breakdown, a literal breakdown, in tears, refused to ever go to school again. So anytime you see Aaron Ruper talking about Pete Hegseth or right-wingers or politics in general, or he brings up Pete Hegseth, please remember, Pete Hegseth made this guy his personal bitch. He was a pet. He used to treat him like a pet poodle. He used to treat him like a little pet poodle. Also, Don Julio's being shut down in Forest Lake. God, I wonder who lives in Forest Lake that got this place shut down. I wonder who pulled that off. I wonder who got Don Julio shut down. Who did that? It's a mystery, folks. It's a mystery. Up on the store, if you go over to Metokur.myshopify, oh my God, I didn't even have a picture for it. There's new merch up there. Bananas and rice. It's a great shirt. Live, laugh, leer. New shirts, hoodies, and mugs available right now. I'm going to put up a little commercial. We're going to take a very small break, just like 5 minutes. We're going to come back. There is a fuck ton of shit to get to. We've got the FBI gun theft, the shovel attack, what happened at the church, the shooting today, all the bullshit from Walls, a signal chat, and of course, Cyrax. Saw some motherfuckers in chat bringing Cyrax up. Oh, we're going to cover Cyrax. Trust me, I'm not going to not cover that. All right, it's too amazing to not cover that. All right, let's do a small break. We'll be back in 5. Oh, you better go buy those hats, chat. It's how we fight against the communists. All right, let me see. Where were we here? We just get, let me get caught up. Let me do a little vibe check. How are you doing, chat? How's your weekend going? I see we've got one of Brian Dunn's little gay Discord boyfriends in the chat. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope Brian's doing well. The whole homosexual cabal, is he still giving handjobs with his mouth? Hopefully that's working out well for him. I'm sure he loves the taste. A little bit of grit between his teeth. He's a chewer. He likes to really savor that flavor. I remember once I talked to Brian. He was talking about one of the boys he was dating, and he said that he just loved his smelly ass. He wanted to get down there and sniff the stink. He really enjoyed it quite a bit. He acted like a trained dog. He's like a bloodhound, really. He could tell me what flavor of corn he ate. Was it sweet? Was it normal? Was it candy corn, Brian? Just huffing it in. How's your weekend treating you? You all having a good time? Are we doing well, chat? Is it going well? Brian, no. It's just somebody's taking strays. That's just not... Poor Brian. Can't be giving him strays like that. That's mean, Jim. He's having a tough time right now. Brian Dunn might be one of the dumbest motherfuckers. Do you know he has... Again, I love... sometimes people have a criticism of you that reveals how just naive they are of how the world works. So you could tell Brian Dunn is a renter for life. He will never own a house, never come close to it. One of his criticisms for me was, Jim's going to be homeless soon. Don't you understand? The valuation of his house rose, so now he has to pay more in his mortgage. And no, he's not talking about property taxes. He thought the way a mortgage worked is that if your mortgage, if the valuation of your house goes up $50,000, $100,000, now you need to pay more in your monthly mortgage payment. If it goes down, you pay less. So he was convinced, because my house had accumulated money, that suddenly I was going to pay, I think it was like $4,000 a month or something. And it's just so naive. It's such like a kindergarten level understanding of economics that you can tell this motherfucker rents. He's never not going to rent. His poor wife. He's banging trannies and he's a renter. Disgusting. So we've seen the epidemic of leftist violence really spreading around everywhere. You've seen the rhetoric. You've seen how the behavior is just prevalent throughout the community in Minnesota. So what does that lead to? Well, you've got good old shovel attacks. Just moments ago, or moments after Tim Walz called ICE racist, they were attacked by a man wielding a shovel in Minneapolis, forcing agents to shoot in self-defense. This is on you, Tim Walz. And that's not an exaggeration either. Walz has given numerous press conferences over the last 3-4 weeks and months before it, where he talked about how ICE and immigration and different branches of the government were Gestapo, they were secret police, they were just plain Nazis. He's been fomenting the rage on the left.
DHS says at 6:50 p.m. Central Time tonight, quote, federal law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted traffic stop in Minneapolis of an illegal alien from Venezuela who was released into the country by Joe Biden in 2022. In an attempt to evade arrest, the subject fled the scene in his vehicle and crashed into a parked car. The subject then fled on foot. The law enforcement officer caught up to the subject on foot and attempted to apprehend him when the subject began to resist and violently assault the officer. While the subject and law enforcement were in a struggle on the ground, two subjects came out of a nearby apartment and also attacked the law enforcement officer with a snow shovel and broom handle. As the officer was being ambushed and attacked by the two individuals, the original subject got loose and began striking the officer with a shovel or broomstick. Fearing for his life and safety as he was being ambushed by three individuals, the officer fired defensive shots to defend his life. The initial subject...
I mean, do you understand what's happening in Minneapolis? It's illegal immigrants, criminals, and just retarded communists are fomenting violence on a scale I don't think people really are grasping just yet. And right now it's primarily focused in law enforcement, but it is going to escalate outwards, and we'll see an example of that pretty soon here. But this is another law enforcement officer, ambushed by three people, assaulted by three people, had to shoot. And who were our shovel suspects, by the way? Maybe you're curious. Who did they turn out to be? The three men who have ambushed and attacked ICE agents in Minneapolis last night have been identified as Venezuelans in our country illegally. All three entered illegally during the Biden administration. Julio Cesar Sosa Celis, prior arrest for driving without a license and giving false names, was released back onto the streets by Minnesota authorities who don't honor detainer requests. Alfredo Alejandro Ajorna, was issued a final order for removal by an immigration judge in 2023. And finally, Gabriel Alejandro Hernandez Ledesma was marked by the Biden admin as a non-enforcement priority in 2023. What do you know? 3 illegal immigrants who've done shit they shouldn't have done, who weren't apprehended when they should have been apprehended, decided to attack somebody with a fucking shovel and broken broomsticks. Lovely. Of course this is happening in Minnesota. It's being encouraged. It's being, wink, wink, nod, nod. And it makes it even funnier when you see people like Governor Walz going out calling everybody a Nazi, saying that people should violently resist, and then up on social media post shit like this. I'm just making a direct appeal to the president. Let's turn down the temperature. Stop this campaign of retribution. This is not who we are, and an appeal to Minnesotans. I know this is scary. We must speak out loudly, urgently, but also peacefully. We cannot fan the flames of chaos. That's what he wants. He who shall not be named. Acting like he's fucking Voldemort. Oh, we can't name who he is because it's too dangerous to do that. So, besides blocking off traffic, trying to hit people with their cars, hitting people with shovels and broomsticks, what else are the left up to? What are the commies really up to in Minneapolis? Well, let's talk about the gun theft. Because why not break into a law enforcement vehicle and just start stealing shit?
Hey, listen, I'll tell y'all nothing. They on the Snapchat, so they gonna be on y'all ass if y'all recording this. They gonna be on your ass. They gonna be on your ass. Your ass is a witness. Hey, don't hit them.
Now, do you notice anything about the start of this clip? It's not that long. We're going to watch it. Not a single one of these motherfuckers is worried about getting arrested. They are jubilant about it. They know they're being filmed. They know there are people fucking everywhere that are streaming right now. That is how indemnified and protected from damage these people are. They know Minnesota's government is so fucking corrupt, so dirty, that they can do whatever they want and there will be no repercussions for it. They burned this state to the fucking ground. They destroyed business. In Minneapolis and St. Paul, the rental rates for business properties have dropped 40 to 50% in both the Twin Cities. Numerous businesses have folded. There are small business owners suing the state for the damage done during the Floyd riots, which nobody has recovered from. And they feel bulletproof. So bulletproof that they will go to undercover law enforcement vehicles and steal the fucking gun box and steal the documents and film themselves doing it because they know that Tim Walz and Jacob Frey will never hold them accountable for a fucking thing.
That bitch.
Like, put yourself in this mindset. Do you know how many people get paranoid at like self-checkout at fucking Walmart because they're worried the dumb machine's not going to scan something right? They don't want to get, busted for quote-unquote stealing fucking, I don't know, a pack of bubblegum or some shit. Like, they're calling help over. They don't want the fucking hassle. These assholes are stealing guns from law enforcement. And they're acting more nonchalant about it than some asshole buying a stick of gum at a Walmart. It's fucking astonishing.
Please don't. Don't fuck with Minneapolis. They got the motherfucking thing. Switch on the back of that bitch. Hey, listen. Back up. Stop. Back up. Watch out.
Do you see this motherfucker out here hulking this shit? Just lifting it, fireman carrying that motherfucker right across the street, doesn't give a shit. Gonna put more potholes in the road because MnDOT never does any fucking work anyway. Who gives a fuck? Just bashing the shit out of a gun safe. No care in the world. Oh, fuck it. Nobody's going to do anything. Interestingly enough, there's a reason they're not afraid of the police, and there's a reason th're not afraid of Tim Walz and his administration in particular. That's for the end of the stream. Boy, that's the cherry on top. But let's just continue with the criminality. The unabided, just nonchalant, unconcerned criminality.
That kid sounds empty, man.
Oh, you doing okay, man? I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, dude, there's nothing in there.
There could be coins in there.
It's all fun and games. Oh, we love stealing guns from law enforcement. What could go wrong? And of course, they actually did steal the guns. They're not just banging around on the safe and shit. Later on, while this is going on in the evening, well, I'll show you.
Almost there.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Bullet?
Here come Bullet.
Hey, that's a 40 shell?
No way.
Tourniquet there.
Just stole the fucking shit. Stole all the firearms, ripped all the shit out the safe. And of course, it's not just the weapons either. They didn't just stop there. This is where it gets even more interesting. If you remember the TikTok we watched earlier where they wanted to go after Jonathan Ross, the ICE agent involved in the Renee Good shooting, how they talked about harassing his family, going after his children, terrorizing them, making them uncomfortable and scared. Well, in this law enforcement vehicle, along with the weapons that they stole, they found documents related to operational planning, which included agent names, locations, plans of attack coordination, dates and times. What do you think they did with that? Well, they broadcast it. And listen really carefully to the start of this clip. The journalist, quote unquote, is the one that already possessed the stolen documents. They actually say, hand it back to me, because they don't think that they're transmitting audio at the time, but they intentionally use stolen materials and try to make it look like somebody else gave it to them. That's the press for you. That's the leftist journalists on the scene for you.
Thank you, you too.
Have any tattoos? Will you hold it for the live and give it back to me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that? Will you hold it for the light and then give it back to me?
Have any tattoos? Will you hold it for the live and give it back to me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank
Yeah.
So just let me hold the microphone. You go through the paperwork, and you kind of describe.
Of course, I should also say it's been blurred out. So all the information that originally was on these pages it doesn't matter anymore because this was like a week or two ago, and I'm sure they've switched things up. But it still had agent names, addresses, phone numbers, addresses for I think the location they were in Minnesota, not their actual home addresses, names, addresses, email accounts, phone numbers, that kind of shit.
Is it live?
Yeah.
In the original shooting that happened here tonight, the ICE agent vehicles that were parked on the street in the shooting, they had to leave their cars behind because they got surrounded by protesters. One of the ICE agent vehicles got broken into, and I found this paperwork. It has a list with FBI operation info. It's got full names of FBI agents, phone numbers, emails. There's maps on where they're staying, where they're holding immigrants. There's hotel names in there. There's judge names. This paperwork has people's full names and their emails. Operational posture. This is how they're supposed to stand and how they're supposed to handle protesters. This is the transport of immigration targets. This is a map showing you where they're taking immigration targets and instructions on how to get into the building, on what they're supposed to do on booking.
So that's your journalist, your intrepid reporter out there, making sure to transmit as much of the information as possible. So, people can then daisy chain it out through their Discord groups, through Signal chat, through different means. So they can target agents or potentially their families like they were doing to Jonathan Ross for the stated goal of scaring them or being violent with them. Just fucking with them in general, which is always a smart idea. It's genius. It's a good idea. What could go wrong? So, what happened to our brilliant gun thieves and doxers? Well, steal a farm or firearm from a federal vehicle, and you will face serious consequences.
All right, that's the target building up there.
And of course, that wasn't the only arrest, right? They went out and they got other people. Man accused of stealing assault rifle suppressor from FBI car now are facing federal charges. What do you think, Chad? What do you think? Who do you think this winner is? If we were to have to sum up who this particular person was, what are your guesses on what, I don't know, what biographical data would be associated with them? Just take a wild guess. I'm going to give you 1 second to guess. What do you think this news article is going to say in relation to this winner? Are you ready? Did you lock your fucking answers in, chat? Let's take a look. Federal prosecutors have brought criminal charges against the man accused of stealing weaponry from an FBI vehicle amid the chaos that unfolded Wednesday night in North Minneapolis after an immigration agent was shot and wounded. Raul Gutierrez, 33 of Minneapolis, is charged with counts of felon in possession of a firearm and theft of public property. Charging documents allege Gutierrez was among the vandals who broke into an FBI vehicle that federal agents left behind as they retreated from protesters who had converged on the shooting scene. Gutierrez has a past felony conviction of burglary, reckless discharge of a firearm, and domestic assault by strangulation, and is ineligible to carry a firearm. Again, this is a sort of winner, or this is the champion that all these stupid white liberal women are willing to die for, that they're throwing themselves in front of law enforcement for. Assault by strangulation, domestic assault by strangulation. Oh, that's a good man. Gotta get out there and get me some of that. Need me some of that. Oh, that sounds good. Now, here we go. For some of you earlier on, before the stream had started, and even kind of at the beginning of the stream, you'd brought up, you want to talk about somebody in particular. Cyrax. We want to talk about Cyrax. Let's talk about Cyrax. Lives of TikTok tweeted this out. Hey, FBI, this dude from Akron, Ohio is threatening to shoot ICE agents because he thinks they are terrorists. Well, this is your quintessential leftist. This is what, when I think of a communist, this is exactly what comes to mind. Oh, I'm sorry there. We had a little. He makes this threat, and we're going to take a look at it towards Libs of TikTok. Of course he does. Of course. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, it's Jim Head. Cyrax got me, boys. Hold on. I'm waiting to reestablish. Are we back? Did we press R to return? Are we back? Are we doing good, boys? Hold on one sec. Let me alert everyone. I think we're good. I think we're okay. I'll give everybody a moment here. You put Cyrax on stream and suddenly everything goes to shit. The communists have made their move. They're coming after us. Or are we the proletariat? Or no, we're the bourgeoisie. They're coming after the bourgeoisie. Our little fifth columnists, they're throwing a tantrum. They're very upset. Okay. I think, are we all caught up good? All right, let's go into the video of Cyrax spurging out at Libs of TikTok. Because it's a goodie.
Any ICE agent that thinks they're going to come into my home and terrorize me and my family, you will be met with...
Look at this peacocking sexy bitch. Oh my god. My pussy is dripping right now. Chat, are you horny? I am actually erect right now. What a sexy motherfucker. I think Hassan needs to move over. This should be the face of the modern left. Vaush, Destiny, bend a knee to your better. He should be the one talking about, is it morally right to fuck your own son? This is the thought leader of the left. What a sexy individual.
lethal force. I will kill on sight. And I will shoot to kill if need be. ICE agents are not allowed in my home. If you come into my home to terrorize my family, I will see you as a threat and I will kill you.
You gotta be careful here. I've seen him use those hands before. I've seen him in a fight before. He understands fisticuffs. I don't want to see his mastery of weapons. He's a deadly force to be reckoned with. He looks like, what are those god awful, like Chinese fairy dolls, Lulubellas or some shit like that? Whatever the fuck. He looks like a troll doll. I mean, I can't really critique his physique too much because he's been bounced around the internet so much. I think everybody's really done that quite enough already. But he is one hideous fucking just abomination. And of course, you know, he puts this out, lives at TikTok, tweets it out. He gets fucking ass hurt about it. Very mad. Typical retard commie shit. Very upset about it. So what does he do? Does he apologize? Does he lay low? Does he play it smart? Nope. He exercises some of that well-known wit. You'd almost think he was a Somalian. Real high IQ shit. And doubles down. Cyrax doubles down after being called out by libs of TikTok. And what a beautiful video he put up.
This video what up, y'all? This Chance. This video is for libs of TikTok who felt like selling chopped up fucking shit from news and posts as more fucking valuable than actually real fucking work. So listen here, you got this shit all motherfucking twisted. I'm about to untwist it for you. See, I'm Chance.
Oh, some people might be complaining the video's not synced up perfectly. That's actually how he uploaded it. You've got to understand, when an Adonis like this descends to the earth, and his sexiness reaches towards a camera lens, it distorts reality itself. Okay, because if it didn't, if you were to, you know, behold his visage in its entirety without it being a little bit altered, your eyes would melt, and your wife would spontaneously orgasm. She would come so hard that you would never be able to sexually satisfy her again. So Cyrax, in his infinite benevolent wisdom, has decided to obscure this by desyncing his own video. Peace be upon him.
I'm the motherfucker that was in that red fucking tank top in that fucking video. Yeah, that's me. I was that dude that was in that tank top that you fucking posted about over on Twitter. And I am going to clear the fucking air for you right now. And if you want the original video, you're more than welcome to message me here on Facebook. I'll even download it and email it to you. I have no fucking problem downloading this video and emailing it to you.
Just downloading those emails on Facebook like all the kids are doing. God, he's ancient. How does somebody... And not only are his looks busted, not only does he look like some decrepit Crypt Keeper motherfucker, should have been Crypt Keeper rather than Cyrix. How does somebody not only physically look like this, but have the mentality of it as well? I'm going to download some emails on Facebook. Okay, Grandpa. What are you going to jump on the bulletin board system next? Like, what are we talking? You going to have me join the news group? You decrepit old fuck? Download some emails. Then I'm going to talk about some of them funny memes those kids are passing around. Could you imagine this Oompa Loompa-sized motherfucker coming after you? I mean, I know Libs of TikTok is a female, right? So her height should be, what, 5'1", 5'2", somewhere around there. She's still got 3 feet on him. He's leprechaun size. You could kick his ass into oncoming traffic and you'd be safe. This man represents... Look at his shoulders. His shoulders, his biology looks like how a child draws a mountain. There is a slope on each side and it makes no sense. This is what I expect a 4-year-old to draw. This is my Cyrax mountain. That mouth with its one tooth is like a little mine. It's a little mine that you go in and you mine things out of it. Shit rocks. Not diamonds, not coal, shit rocks. That's what it smells like, shit rocks.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to take that fucking bullshit fucking post on Twitter right the fuck down right now. And here's why, man. Because when I said what I said about ICE, that was in defense of my fucking family. What I said was...
Could you imagine getting raped by this guy? Could you imagine his little T-Rex arms holding you down as he violated you? Oh, God. I would probably kill myself by drinking Lysol. I'd do a bathtub Ross right out of this reality. I'd eat myself so hard there'd be no memory of the event. Oh, God, his grimy little fucking T-Rex arms. How much did this guy... there's a certain brand of isekai, if you ever read manga, where, like somebody pisses God off. Like, look at Tanya the Evil, right? Piss off God and you get fucked with a little bit. What did this guy do? Was he isekai'd out of some other reality and brought into this one? What cursed thing did he do to God? What did he say to the creator of all things to be given this biology? How much did he piss God off? Because you must have really done something. This is pretty spectacular.
This, if ICE were to engage my family, and that ICE agents are actually considered a fucking terrorist group. They have literally taken innocent people, innocent families, and thrown them into fucking camps. Wake the fuck up. You take shit way out of fucking context. And what
I love his cross. He's not even cross-eyed. It's gecko-eyed. He's got a lazy eye. Both his eyes are lazy. How does that happen to you? Oh, he did get beat up. Was it with a baseball bat? Like, what kind of head trauma causes that? Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cyrax. I got one eye on the chat and one on the street. As I'm looking at the corner of the room. God, what did you do? What kind of curse is this? Are you the morning star? Did Lucifer descend? What did you do to God to get this kind of body, boy? What did you pull off, man?
Said was this: when it comes to ICE, you are legally not required if you are a U.S. citizen. And they are terrorizing your family.
Is it like the Toxic Avenger? Did he fall in a vat of radioactive material? He didn't really get superpowers, but didn't die, so he just kind of persists in this state? Does he beat up local thugs that are terrorizing the cheerleaders? Like, what does he do in his days off?
You do not have to let them into your fucking house if they are threatening or terrorizing your fucking family, dude.
I can't get over it. Some people have features that they're embarrassed about. Like, maybe you're fat, or maybe you've got bad hair, or a scraggly beard. Maybe you've got bad teeth, or a fucked up eye, or you've got weak shoulders or a weak jaw. Maybe you've got bad posture. There's always something that everybody will focus on. And usually you use your other features to kind of mask it, right? You use them to make up for it. But what do you do when you're Cyrax and there are no good features? Where everything is in itself a disaster. And the culmination of which makes you look like some kind of genetic experiment that's gone wrong. Like you've escaped a lab. There's some gain of function research. Like he just wandered out of Wuhan. Is this where COVID came from? Is this ground zero? Are we looking at ground zero?
It's called freedom. It's called having human rights. chopped up for a video that I made in defense of my fucking family. I have pure fucking defense for my family, and you want to sit there and go, oh, look, FBI, this guy's...
Look at it. It's trying to use its little human hands. I bet he thinks that's how hands are used. That's adorable. Look at me. I'm human. See my little digits are wiggling? That's what humans do.
Doing the FBI, no the fuck I ain't. It's that I'm not one of your little fucking followers. I'm not just gonna sit there and fucking roll over for you like a little dog. Nah. See, the lesson that your piece of learner lives of TikTok is that you don't get away with shit. Like, seriously. Because the lesson that you need to learn with me is this. I don't take shit from nobody. Especially not some fucking wannabe fucking on the fucking internet, bro. Like, seriously.
He's deciding what pet he wants to eat tonight. That's why he's looking off to the side. Am I going to eat a cat? Is it going to be the dog? My neighbor's gerbil? The guy across the street in his fish tank, I might just eat one of those. There's an Oscar fish over there. It looks delicious. It's very big and slow, and I can get it with my little T-Rex arms. Nobody can stop me. I'm voracious hunger. I'm so hungry. What pet will I devour today?
And I was raised old school, alright? I was raised to defend the fucking family no matter fucking what. Family over everything.
It's about the family.
Family. Friends. I got family. No matter where you are, whether it's a quarter mile away or halfway across the world, you'll always be family.
It's about family. I'm out here fighting the government for my family. I'm eating pets and scaring kids from my family. I'm using Taekwondo with my little T-Rex arms for my family. What a dysfunctional looking individual. But how very representative of commies in Fifth Columnist. I think that is the perfect depiction of a modern day leftist. It it fits it to a T. A T-Rex, that is. Of course, they didn't just keep this to online threats or out in the streets or on the sidewalks. Nope, they've decided, hey, you know what? We're terrorizing people everywhere. We're going after law enforcement. We're going after the random guy walking down the fucking street. I know it's a good idea. Let's go fuck with people in church because that's going to look really good. That's amazing optics.
Renee good! Renee good! Renee good!
Could you imagine? You're in fucking church. What does this have to do with this religious service? Now, their justification for this, what they told everybody, was the pastor was part of ICE or he was a former ICE agent. I don't know. You know, in between doing baptisms and giving communion, he was out there single-handedly using his crucifix to strangle immigrants. He was drowning them in the baptismal fount. He was dragging Mexicans into the church and drowning them in the baptismal fount. That's what he was up to.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not going to comment. You have no comment. Exactly.
Oh, I can tell you what I do for the Somali community. I have all my tax dollars stolen by them. I think I've contributed well enough to the Somali community, which has stolen, an enormous amount, $9 to $20 billion of tax money for a population of 100,000 and billions of it going overseas through remittance by illegal flights. I think I've done enough. I don't think I need to be out the Whipple Federal Building getting maced for my Somali brothers and sisters.
Exactly. Renee, good. Renee, good. All these comfortable white people who are living lavish.
See, there's that key word again. Like I had said earlier, they have this self-loathing for being Caucasian. A lot of them. A lot of these really extreme communist leftists. And they love to go out, and what's the first thing he brings up? All these comfortable white people. Like it's some condemnation that they're white, that they're Caucasian. But that's been the rhetoric. They've been allowed to get away with it for 20, 30 fucking years. That white people are default bad and evil. There's something wrong with being Caucasian. That if you're white, that's inherently bad by default and that you should be harangued for it. So here he is with his Simpoku eyes, looking like a fucking lunatic, screaming at people in church who have no idea what the fuck this guy's going on about.
Comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens. Hey, you can't. You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity? Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving.
What medication do you think he's on? What antipsychotic? What mixture of meds is our boy here on? He's got his skeletal frame, his scraggly beard, his crazy eyes where you can see the whites of them regardless of the angle of viewing. There's some heavy medication going on. He's probably off meds at the moment, probably talking to the walls like a schizo. There are mics in the walls. I'm sure he was yelling at the brickwork on his way out. But just accosting anybody, just screaming at them, deriding them, they're white. So they must be awful by default.
Shame! Out now! Out now!
And of course, he's there, and he's there with people that were co-founders and the top of organizations like Black Lives Matter. And one of the interesting things to remember about them is they took a bunch of the money they got that they said they were going to use for black issues in black communities and bought multiple mansions and fancy cars and jewelry and furs. It's all a big grift. It's a grift built on a grift, built on a grift, built on graft because politicians are involved. It's just a giant money laundering operation at every single level. Even this psychopath is probably paid money under the table to do this. Because otherwise, how's he supporting himself? He ain't at work. And he wasn't just in Minnesota for the church service on a Sunday. He was there the day before and the day before that and the day after that.
Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're all living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos. Quit ignoring this injustice. He wears a suit and tie and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian?
This is the beginning of what's going to happen here.
Here comes our boy, Don Lemon. One interesting thing to remember about Don is he had a recent court case against him. It was a civil litigation against him. The man had said, and this is, quoting what was in the article, that Don Lemon had approached him in a bar, rubbed his fingers in his genitals, and then forced the man to sniff them. Because that's what Don Lemon apparently does. This man alleged that he was known for it, that he'd go around making people literally smell his fingers. So just keep that in mind as he talks.
When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street and you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the civil rights movement was about. The civil rights movement was about these very kinds of protests.
Well, I mean, Don's right about that. This kind of does sum up a lot of the shit that was going on in the civil rights movement. You know, fucking with innocent people for no reason. I don't know if he meant it like that, but maybe he's just a little lightheaded from smelling his own genitals. What's that acidic smell? Oh, it's a little bit of lemon. He's got a little lemon on his fingers.
There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt. It's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing.
Ah, see, there's that word again. Just like that lady on TikTok. They want to make everybody uncomfortable, which is a nice coded phrase for make their life hell. Make them terrified. In fact, you'll see what I mean in a moment, but let's keep playing.
And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people uncomfortably...
This Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home. I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just...
I actually kind of... this guy I kind of like, because his approach to dealing with Don and these protesters actually fucked them up a little bit. I'm sorry you're so angry. And then just watch how he talks to him, and you can see like Don starts to get angrier as time goes on, because he's not getting the reaction he wants. Again, it's a childhood dynamic. Their interactions are based on how they behave with their parents, and throwing tantrums and throwing fits and being overly emotional always worked, always made mom and dad do what they want. But when strangers don't, reciprocate, either they escalate to violence or they do what this guy does. It throws them through a loop. It breaks their programming.
Chronically, I'm not with the group.
What do I have to say?
Can you understand why they're angry?
I don't understand any of this, because I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man who loves the Lord and is a good father. So this is what we look forward to, is coming, being with our family and praising Jesus, and that's not something that we have to run away from. So this is kind of a bad day for us. But, we're going to heaven, so that's the best news we got.
Do you understand that some of these folks feel voiceless?
I don't understand, because right now I'm so upset right now. I don't really have I'm thirsty, and I can't think very clearly. So what I want to do is just say, we love you.
Yeah.
My son and I love you guys.
Yeah.
And
I'm a journalist. They're activists.
The simplest thing we can say is that we love you guys.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, whoever's here in this house.
Okay.
We don't distinguish between Christian and non-Christian. We love everyone, and we want everyone to come to heaven.
Yeah.
We want people to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Did you see how fucked up that made Don? He was all like, hey, what do you think of all these protesters that are in your church? Does that fuck you up? And the guy's like, I love you, Don. I want you to go to heaven, because you're going to get spit roasted in hell, Don. I know what you do to those gay men in bars, Don, making them smell your fingers. But I love you. You can be saved, Don. And he's just, it broke him. It absolutely boggled his little mind.
Wearing the uniform now, you think they're patriots?
I don't think so, especially those ICE agents.
That's what I'm talking
no.
about. Yeah.
Well, no, they're terrorists. They're traitors.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your service.
Don says that he's not there with the protesters. He says that he's an independent journalist who has no stake in this, that he's just some impartial party that just so happened to be at this random church when these group of goofball fucks showed up. And what does he say to the psychopath? Thank you for your service? Do you know how many guys in the military I see get shit? Where they talk about government welfare queens and all of this and being thanked for their service. And Don is, it's not military, he's not police, he didn't, take a bullet for the country. He's some smelly fucking psychopath that's screwed with church. Go, thank you for your service. Thank you so much for making children cry. If you hadn't done that, who was going to? And, they did make kids cry. Like, you could see the stunned faces. Like, people, how do you react to this? What is your reaction to this crazy shit? You need to keep in mind that Sam Hyde quote, because it really does fit. When we win, do not forget that these people want you broke, dead, your kids raped and brainwashed, and they think it's funny. And they do. That is desperately what they want. So what's the outcome of this? Well, at first it sounded great. We started getting arrest photos. Crazy ass, the BLM members, they started getting taken away in handcuffs. I think I've got another one here. Here we go. You know, these three individuals, the guy in the middle was heavily involved. The two on the left and the right were people that kind of organized this happening, right? So they get arrested, and then what happens? Well, it's something that's happened pretty much in any case of anything that's happened in the last fucking year. Judges stepped in and started fucking with it. Outrage is erupting after leftist Biden judge releases two of the Minnesota church stormers, Nikema Levy Armstrong and Chantel Allen, impeach the judge. A magistrate judge found no probable cause to support arrest warrants for 5 more people involved in the St. Paul church protest. Breaking. A federal magistrate declined to sign off on charges against Don Lemon, who was reporting from a protest that disrupted a church service in Minnesota over the weekend. You know, the president of El Salvador might have a fucking point. If you don't impeach the corrupt judges, you cannot fix the country. They will form a cartel of judicial dictatorship and block all reforms protecting the systematic corruption that put them in their seats. Every time something has happened, there is some fucking judge from somewhere that intercedes and just completely fucking tamps down on it. It's insanity. It's fucking crazy town. All right, so that all leads us up to today with another fucking shooting, which is, again, they're desperate to have a martyr. This is how they operate. They put people into a situation where they're in danger of getting injured or they injure somebody else. They make that person a martyr and then use it as justification to take violent action, because if they tantrum loud enough, they're going to get their way. So they've been trying to set this up repeatedly over and over and over again, and it hasn't worked. And today they're hoping it's going to succeed. That it's going to allow them to go out and burn a city down again, to target people again. And, you know, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look at the shooting. And we're going to look at who's involved, because some interesting info dropped today in the evening about the people that are involved in the anti-ICE measures in Minnesota and its connections to the Walz administration and its connections to the local police department that's under the control of both Tim Walz and Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis. Before we do that, we'll take one last break here. I'll put up the merch ad again. I wish I had my stupid picture. I don't. I'm sorry. But it's great merch. All right. It's banana and rice themed and live, laugh, leer. I thought it was good. I thought it was on point. It was on point. So swing by Metokur.myshopify.com. Take a look at the merch. Buy a hat for your hat. Got to fight these fucking commies. Take a small break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll get to the main thrust of what's going on, which is the shooting that happened today, again, in Minnesota. Oh, sorry there, Chad. Apparently, there's a little bit of an update. Let me find the video here. Oh, where is he? Okay, hold on one sec. Oh, where was it? There's so many seething fucking leftist clips. I think it was this one. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure it was this one.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times.
Okay, so this dude, this Antifa general, Communist Supreme of the Minnesota Party, this guy that's advocating going and marching in the streets with semi-automatic weaponry, apparently he likes to wear pretty dresses. It's every fucking time. Of course it's a troon. Of course it's a fucking troon. Why would it not be? Why would it not be a troon? Just imagine my shock. What a surprise. What a surprise. So this all leads up to today. You've seen how it keeps escalating in Minnesota. It's not going to cool down because they don't want it to cool down. As long as there's a distraction, violence, shit burning, people getting hurt, it distracts people from the massive amount of fraud and irresponsibility and aptitude and collusion that took part by these politicians in the DFL. So they want to let this keep running. They want to keep churning it out because it gives them an excuse. It gives people something else to focus on other than how horribly corrupt they are. And this all leads up to today, where once again, we've got protesters out in the street. This time it's a guy. He's got a gun on him, a couple of clips on him. I'm going to let you, just like with the Renee thing, I'm going to just play without commentary. I'm going to let you watch it. I tried to get like the one of the cleaner videos I could where like the resolution's okay and the angle's good, and you can watch, and then we'll go through it. So let me play that, and here we go.
Go. What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly. Oh my god! 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 The fuck did you just do? The fuck did you just do? Yes! Will somebody call the ambulance? Somebody call the ambulance!
Somebody get the amber lamps. I need me an amber lamps. So that's a clip. That's what happened. Guy had a gun on him, had a couple of clips on him. There's debate. Did he do something? Did he not? I can tell you what you can observe from the video. So let's walk through it, shall we? Oh, there we go. Let me turn the volume off so I don't have to hear the nonstop fucking Will Stencil whistle that's going on here. So this is a group that's in the middle of I don't know if these are like people that are following ICE, if they're using the app, and we're going to get to that later with the app and what people are doing with it in Minnesota. But he's with these two ladies. Law enforcement starts pulling the ladies off. He starts getting involved. He's got a gun on him. One of the important key things of this entire shoot that happened is right around the 50-second mark. Like you can see, he's having a back and forth with the cops. He's covering this lady because the cops are pushing her out of the way. But it's around the 40-50-second mark. Let me pull the volume back on. You hear all the cops start screaming, he's got a gun, 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 gun.
The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
Yeah, here you can hear it right here. And that's it. He gets lit up. So I'm not giving any benefit of the doubt to this. I'm done doing that. I've dealt with violent bullshit leftists that will lie through their teeth and manipulate anything they can. That will go out and instigate trouble as much as they can. This guy could turn out to be the most American as apple pie guy that just somehow got in the middle of something and did something stupid. I don't give a shit. He was at this ICE operation with a fucking gun, and he got lit up for it. I don't know. Chances are, tomorrow, the day after, we're going to get some bullshit with this guy that's going to make it much more apparent what's going on. But I'd like to remind you what happens every time one of these things happens. Every time something like this comes up. Hold on, let me pull this video down for a second. And just show you what went on. Just how they operate, how the leftist mindset operates. Here's the post. Another horrifying image out of Minneapolis. Look at the terror on this man's face as federal agents point a gun at his face and threaten his life. Enough is enough. Our government is committing war crimes abroad and murdering and terrorizing citizens at home. We need a revolution. So you read that and you think, oh my God, ICE is out there acting like Gestapo. They're Stasi. They're rounding people up and putting them in camps. But then you see more of what was going on.
Get back! Get back!
And what was it? The guy grabbed his fucking gun. The guy tried to grab his gun. You can actually see his hands on the shit. You can see him grabbing it. And he gets lit up for it. This happens with every fucking incident. Like I said, they're desperate for a martyr. This is entirely the point. They want to set up a situation where they have somebody to rally behind so they can go out and do shit. I'm just fucking tired of it. I'm tired of communists. I'm tired of leftists. I don't fucking care anymore. Fuck you guys. And you know, when it comes to this ICE app and following them around and screwing with people, let's take a look at what's going on. This is from Cam Higby. This is another person that's been in Minnesota, just like Nick Sorter and others have been for the past week and a half to 2 weeks. Minneapolis Signal infiltrated. I've infiltrated organizational signal groups all around Minneapolis with the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding, assaulting, and obstructing them. Each area of the city has a signal or several signals. Let's start with screen recordings of all members in the Southside group chat. So he finds a signal group where they literally organize hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds of them, on how to fuck with ICE and screw with them. And who's involved in this? Minneapolis Signal infiltrated. They are everywhere, and local police are cooperating. Here's an observer calls out a possible agent but says she's just out walking her dog so she can't continue on. Dispatch called for backup. Also below is a message indicating that the local PD may get involved if ICE hinders public safety. Now, why would the police possibly coordinate with Antifa and commies when it comes to fucking with federal law enforcement? Probably because Tim Walz's administration is involved in it. Minnesota Signal Group leader identified as Amanda Kohler, a protest organizer and campaign strategist for Tim Walz. This isn't the first time Tim Walz and his administration has been linked to some kind of criminal activity. There was a man that went around killing Democrats in this state, and when they arrested him, what he told the FBI was that Tim Walz had instructed him to do it, which on its face you'd say he's a schizo and it's crazy and why would you ever believe him? But then you find out he used to work with Tim Walz, and his wife used to work with Tim Walz. And now, once again, what do we find out? People in the DFL and the Walz administration, people that worked on his election campaign committee, are involved in an Antifa signal chat to fuck with law enforcement. And not just them. Even as I was getting the stream ready to do this, and let me see if I can find this. Because they started one after the other. It wasn't just one person, it was multiple people. Let me see if I can find the names here. Because it just kept coming, one after the other. Because, of course, why wouldn't it? You can't just have a little corruption, a little graft, a little bit of weirdness. So let's see. We had Amanda Kohler, another Minnesota State Senate candidate, Anita Smithson, was identified as a dispatcher in the anti-signal group. Local Minneapolis politician Dave Snyder identified as an admin in the anti-ICE signal group. So multiple DFL politicians are inside a signal chat group to coordinate against federal law enforcement, while politicians publicly say, oh no, we want to cooperate, or we don't agree with you, but we're not going to hinder you. It's so fucking dirty. This state is so dirty. This state is so fucking dirty. They will continue this. And one of two things is going to happen. They will use this guy as a justification to riot, or they will continue to persist in escalating to find somebody else they can martyr to riot for. The question is, when are you going to have enough of it? When are you going to say, I just don't fucking care anymore? I just don't give a shit anymore about upset communists and leftists trying to use principles against us. I'm done with you. I want to go to fucking Mars, have a robot waifu, have AI, and have AR and VR. I don't care about your fraudulent third world bullshit and your cult of white hate and your weird financial system that's never worked anywhere and your idolization of socialists that wipe out tens of millions of people. You know, how you love Mao Zedong and Stalin, and they're some of the biggest butchers in history. I'm just fucking done with you. Because you have no grasp of what reality is. You have no skin in the game. You don't work. You don't have social connections. You're not involved in a neighborhood. You don't have bills that need to be paid in a timely manner. You don't pay rent or mortgage. You have no responsibilities. So you live in this fictionalized, childlike view of what the world should be. And then you get violent and try to enforce it upon everybody else. And you think that if you don't get your way, you can throw violent tantrums and say that, well, I'm right and I'm on the right side of history, and you disagree with me and you're white, so you're wrong by default. I'm just fucking tired of it. I can see what that post-scarcity society looks like. I can see what it could be in 20 or 30 years. I can see that, golden utopia over the fucking hillside. And I'm just asking myself, do I want slimy, disgusting fifth columnist communists getting in the way of it? Fuck no. No, I don't. And I would urge people, when they have a moment to themselves, not listening to other people or discussing it with other people, not listening to things in the background, sit with yourself for a moment in silence and really ask yourself, what do you want from life? What do you imagine a good life to be for you, for your family, your kids, your friends, your community? And who aligns with getting that and who is in the way of that? And more often than not, these crazy fucking leftists are directly in the way of it. How many times do you see them out marching for criminals, out marching for people that do heinous, horrible shit and hurt society on the whole, but never lift a fucking finger for any decent person in need? How many times do you see them champion programs being fraudulently abused that go to criminals while sneering at the people that pay those bills and say, you need to? What do you mean I can't get my sugary drink on my SNAP benefits? You're a racist white piece of shit and I hope you die. Let's, how many times have they killed something you loved? How much of art and entertainment and hobbies have they co-opted and subverted? Has their tourist mentality taken over and absolutely torpedoed and sunk for you? What aspect of your life and the life you live and the things you like have they actually made a benefit or added to in any meaningful fucking way? Because I honestly can't think of any, if at all. And I'm noticing that there's a paradigm shift happening outside of even this event today or the last week or so, that people are sort of deprogramming themselves and coming out of this slumber where they just sort of allowed it and live and let live. And if I keep my head down, things will be fine. And they're just not okay with that anymore. That they're just not okay with letting these fucking tantruming children get away with this shit anymore. So I'm hopeful that this desperate fucking attempt that the left is doing like they've always done to get a martyr to start a riot does not benefit or happen for them. I am hoping that the federal government drops a knee on these fuckers, that Walz ends up in handcuffs, that Jacob Fry ends up in handcuffs, that a displaced population of $100,000 banana or 100,000 banana and rice eating bajillion IQ Somalians don't take all the money that should have been given to the 560,000 Minnesotans that needed them through whatever various programs they needed aid from, whether that was rent or SNAP or medical or whatever. Just enough is enough. It's got to stop somewhere. And I had said in the earlier stream, the one that I had done a few weeks ago, that if you think Minnesota's bad, other states are worse. And already you can see stories creeping out about what it's like in California, what it's like in New York, what it's like in Vermont or New Hampshire. It is bad, man. There are politicians that just don't care. They just want to get rich. Why do you think so many career politicians go into a job that pays hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and walk away with tens of to hundreds of millions of dollars? Because it's dirty as fuck. And they're never held to account. And they will sell out their country and their countrymen for their own personal profit. And they will help to stabilize a system that absolutely crushes citizens while upholding and promoting the activities of criminals and illegals. It has to stop. It cannot persist. You cannot survive it. So I hope Minnesota goes down in the history books when it's looked back upon as being the point where people said, nah, you know what, I'm good. Enough of this fucking shit. I think this is where we just say enough. That's my hope. What the fuck, man? That is the past week and a half? I mean, that was a 2-hour show, a 2-hour stream for just a week and a half. What do you think the next week and a half, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks is going to be like? Originally I was thinking, I'm feeling a little better. Maybe I'll do a stream. I was actually putting something together with, what was it? Leaping Lemur and Turkey Tom and Lakari and Adam 22, because there's so much shit going on with so many communities with just goofy shit, right? And that was what I was working on. And you can't not notice this shit in Minnesota. You can't not notice every day it escalating, every day it getting worse, and they won't change. They won't alter course. It's like they just can't compute. They can't understand. They can't comprehend that you can't do this forever. You've got to grow the fuck up. You can't tantrum in front of the entire country and expect to get away with it. So, as far as like the the stuff I talked about, maybe I'll do a stream next week or a couple of weeks from now. I don't know, covering that. Be a more weird internet people thing. But this is my backyard. I have to talk about it. I mean, this is shit that is happening in the state I live in. And it happens every couple of fucking years, and it has for a decade now. And I want it to stop. Make it stop. Send in the tanks, Trump. Put an end to it. Can't you pull a Venezuela on walls? Can't you Black Hawk helicopter him out after discombobulating him? Discombobulation? Really? You couldn't have come up with a better code name for it? I'd made a off-the-cuff remark after reports came out about sound weapons being used against the security that was guarding Maduro. And I had said, boy, it sure sounds a lot like Havana syndrome, where all the intelligent assets and politicians were getting horrifically sick all throughout that region, talking about unexplained illness and mysterious vans parked nearby, and not sure if it was like some kind of a radiation weapon or what was going on. And people were like, oh, no, man, that can't be possible. That's not possible. And then what do you got? You got the government coming out and saying, I have a discombobulation ray? I've got a discombobulation ray that I'm just pointing at motherfuckers' heads? That's some, like, black budget shit. That's like the military saying, hey, let's send the politicians we hate to go be in this region and then zap them with our fucking weapons because they got to report the results to us anyway. What a perfect test subject. They've got nowhere to run. They're going to come and report it to us, and we're going to get all the data we need for our discombobulation weapon. So I don't know, Trump. Load it up on an AWAC, fly it over Minnesota, and discombobulate Tim Walz. And drag him out. Drag him out of the fucking governor's mansion. And, let's call it a day. Just discombobulate away. It's not a problem at all, I don't think. I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with that. Lex Luthor, somebody in chat, Lex Luthor's favorite gun? Yeah, it is. Of course it is. Why would it not be? Hold on. Let me double check. Because shit pops off so much. Let me see if there are any updates, if I've missed anything at all that would have popped up. Oh, rumors say Mark Ruffalo has been fired by Disney for his comments about the government. What a tragedy. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, there's a lot of breaking news right now of leftists seizing the streets in Minneapolis and doing the shit. Do you remember they set up Chaz and Chop? We talked about that last stream. I have a feeling that's going to happen over the next week. They are desperate for this guy to be a martyr and give them an excuse to go out and riot. That is what they are fucking salivating over, and I wouldn't doubt for a second that that's what's going to happen. So we'll see. Here we go again. Here we go again, chat. All right. So I've got Super Chats, Ko-Fi, and Cash App stuff to get to. Let me see here. Sorry, 1 second here. Do this. No, actually, I'll do this. Sorry, chat. There we go. So now people are aware. For everybody that came out for the stream, thank you for coming out. I hope you have a good weekend. Keep your eye in Minnesota. I'm sure Minneapolis will turn into a fire pot of leftist retardation, as it always does as the communists throw their shit-fit tantrum. Once again, burning shit to the ground and making everybody's life miserable. That is until Trump sends the tanks in, and then we're all going to laugh about it on social media. As for everybody else, if you want to stick around, I'll get to everybody's super chat. I'll go through Ko-Fi and Cash App first, and then we'll get to the YouTube super chats as usual. We'll do one more small break before we jump back in to do that. Like I said, everybody else that's going to dip, thanks for coming out. Probably do a goofier stream a week or 2 weeks out. As far as Minnesota, if something really fucking crazy happens and we get actual riots again like the Floyd shit, I will definitely do a stream on that. Because I'm sure they're going to do goofy, dumb fucking stuff like they always do. But as you're watching the news about this, as a parting thought, keep your eye on this signal chat shit, because with the amount of people that are involved from Tim Walz's administration, that might have legs, that might go somewhere. So we'll see, and then keep news on the shooting that occurred, and we'll find out more about the individual that was shot. As for everybody else, we'll do the chat thing. I'm just going to throw up the Candyman song. So we'll do that, we'll come back, and then we'll get into super chats. Okay. Sorry about that, chat. Had to go use the toilet. Get back here and read them super chats. Actually, let me throw. I'm gonna throw up my little shirt picture so I can chill a little bit. Let's see if I can find it here. We'll get into the super chats. We'll do Cash App and Ko-Fi first, and we'll do YouTube. There we go. Beautiful. Can you see how lazy I got with editing on this? Because it was like a last minute thought. I didn't even edit around the hand and the cup. Just a square. I just put it in there. Taxpayer funded banana and rice. Over at Metokur.myshopify.com, where you can get fantastic hats, hoodies, and of course, these nanners. All right, let's do the. Oh, hold on. Of course. And I've already ruined it. Good job, Jim. You already fucked it up. I was trying to get so I can get the little thing on top of it here. There we go. See, I fixed it. All right. Got a message from Christopher, but no message with it. One from Joshua, doing the Lord's work. Well, thank you. Super Sasha X, they never do this in a synagogue and mosques. I know. Remarkable, isn't it? From Matthew, for you, hope you had a Merry Christmas, Jimbo. Praying for your health. Well, thank you very much. Got one from Luke here. The Nazis were the good guys all along. Brave stance to take, Luke. From Jason. Hope you can get back to covering internet weirdos. More than likely on the next one. From Maria. Bananas and rice is what you feed to a sick dog. Oh, there's so many racist jokes I want to make about that, but I'll probably get banned, to be honest. One from Bruno for Super Chat. Well, thank you. Got one from Lauren. Can I get a Will is Gay again? Thank you. Well, you know what? You can get more than a Will is Gay. I can play another Whistle Bitches for you. Enjoy. Are we talking about Stancil or are we talking about somebody else? I don't know. I just like the little... How does he get away with it? And from Lucas, just says cancer. I don't know if you're donating to me for fighting cancer or if you're donating to the cancer hoping it will kill me. Either way, rest assured the money will go to a good cause. Let's see here. Got a message from Joshua. There's a psychological condition called denture delirium, where a fat pig man will touch his mouth anytime it is brought to his attention that everyone can see he is wearing fake teeth. Rough. Got one from Stephanie, but no message attached. Thank you, Stephanie. From Enco here. How do you feel about the new People's appointed Chancellor of the UK being an alt-right girl? Do you think we should begin investing in German-made pesticides, or do you think there is a better solution? Are you talking about Amelia? Now, I love when propaganda backfires. There's nothing more entertaining to me than watching a government or an organization put a real effort into propagandizing the population and then it imploding in their face. It's always highly entertaining. Got one from Steel Hayes. Hey, Jim. Great to hear from you again. It's always good to have a good day when you stream. You mentioned the last stream that you had gotten into Gunpla, and I just wanted to recommend Armored Core 6 to you. Oh, well, thank you for the recommendation. Again, Gunpla is the most bang for your buck. If you like model building and kit building, you don't want to get into like the really intricate stuff or the really expensive stuff. And I'm talking like outside of sanding and painting and, doing line work, just basic, model kit bashing shit. Gunpla is great. 15, 20 bucks on the lower end model. You get hours of entertainment out of it. It's good shit. From Johnny, Alex Pratt, more like Alex is pretty dead, Lamau. Also, Jim, what are your thoughts on the current state of precious metals? How large is your stack? Will you put all your super berries into more precious metals? Well, I've joked on social media saying that I went all in on copper, which might not be a bad idea because it seems like copper's mooning now too. I know that it's a weekend, but sites like APMEX and others have put up updated prices. What was silver like 103 and gold's nearly like cents away from 5,000 an ounce. It definitely skyrocketed. It is funny to me though to watch people into like listen, I talked a ton of shit about digital currency, bitcoins and altcoins and all of it. I loved talking shit about it. I still do, to be honest. But let's be honest here. The guys that invested at the ground floor on Bitcoin, it doesn't matter if that shit drops to 10,000. They bought it for pennies. They've made so much money, nothing's going to affect them. So it's funny to me. I get a real laugh out of watching like silver and gold stackers talk shit to Bitcoin guys. Like, oh, I bet you're really ass blasted about this. Yeah, I'm sure they're fucked up over it. With their multi millions of dollars. I'm sure they're crying in their Lambos about it. That your silver, went up 20 bucks. uh, as for like normal stackers, just guys making a couple bucks off it, good for you. If you stack silver and stack gold, good for you. You made good money, and it'll probably listen. When it goes parabolic like this, when it's shooting straight up, probably a warning sign something horrible's coming. But we could be positive about it. We could say, hey, with all the robotics and AI shit, they need at least silver for that, and they need copper for that. So maybe that's what's affecting the price, and then China with its exportation ban and buying up everything for a reduced cost to sell at a higher cost on their own markets. I don't know. I'm not a financial guy. I'm not giving you financial advice, but I'd go all in on copper, physical copper. From Kelly, who looks better? And there are links that are probably going to make my computer explode. From Alt Damon, pissoning, absolutely pissoning. Sildurin, brutal Americanism. That's right. One from Salmon, thank you. From a Woo Patrol, Jim, they're putting one of these detention centers 5 miles away from me. I don't want these violent protesters, Fed boys, or the Somali nation crawling around my backyard. Well, you're kind of fucked. Listen, the best way to protect your house is to make a plate of bananas and rice and set it out on the curb, and like a feral cat, they'll come by, eat that, and leave. You want to be the house that feeds them, so they leave you alone. It's like painting lamb's blood on your door. From Kevin Nash, unrelated to the stream, but is this a video of Jason Mason video game collecting that you mentioned in a previous stream? I can't pull it up because it's on a different device, but Jason Mason, is it beans for Christmas? Look it, maybe I'll look at it. You know what? If it is, I'll play it at the start of whatever the next stream is, regardless of what the subject is. From Buttered Glove, thank you. Radioactive Moss, Joshua Connor Moon is letting BDP bitches on his site brain rape him? He won't stop talking about how women live in fear of being raped and how you need to believe all women. He is fat and childless. I don't know. I don't actually listen to Matt at the internet, so I don't know if he's been doing like a believe all women hashtag shit lately. From Drewby, evening Jim. Why do these people pretend to be human speed bumps at protests, then act shocked when they start to get run over? I don't know. It's all part of the propaganda. From Hat Owner, I'm a simple man. I see a stream, I buy a hat. Thank you. From Celius. Do you think you'd ever do a Where Are They Now style stream on the people you've done video streams on? Well, some of them I could track down. Oh God, there's like Doodle Tones, the Troon Diaper Fetishist, Bathtub Ross, who ended up in a home. Some are dead. Some have committed suicide. Some have been institutionalized. Some have gone to prison. I mean, maybe. It would have to be focusing on like specific accounts from like deviants or Tumblrisms or internet insanity, that kind of stuff. Maybe I don't. I'd have to sit down and really think about it because I don't know if there's enough content to cover. Kelly, can you please react to this video? It would be interesting. Again, I'm sorry, I'm reading these on a separate device. I will try to incorporate it into the next stream. Check this gem out. Shout out to Starkey Snappy. Thanks for being alive, Jim, from Bill. From Padre Speaks, from my boy, Hoss the Hog Crankiest Hog Cranker. Please end the stream with Franklin E. Declan. For all the helpless and hopeless simple language mongrel mulatto apoetic rice and banana enjoyers. You know, I could end it on him. I think I still have that mix of Franklin E. Esquire the third or whatever it is. And from Edward, best wishes, Jim. All right, give me one moment here. I will pull up the super chats on YouTube and we'll start banging them out here. One moment. Do I have that Francis E. Declan video? I probably do. I'm going to guess I do. It has to be in here somewhere. I will look for it. If I can find it, I'll play that as an outro. I don't mind. Oh, where the fuck am I going to find this? Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second here. YouTube is constantly fucking with a formula and making it a giant pain in the ass to find things. There we go. God, everybody's fucking with shit. YouTube changing the back end. Twitter with the algorithm. You know, if I used other sites like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, I'm sure they'd be equally as awful. All right, here we go with the super chats. From Bloodthirsty, oh God, Jimmy is money hungry again. Big old greasy, hola amigos. From Paul Jack D, been watching you for over 13 years. Watched your Mama K videos. My 13-year-old border collie died yesterday of a heart attack. Had burst of energy, then collapsed. Your videos have helped me over the years. Well, it's always tough to lose a pet. I've lost, I've lost quite a few. I mean, I'm a pet lover. I like dogs. I also kind of tend to like to adopt. I have sympathy for older dogs that are given up, and then I feel bad for them, you know, because I know it probably fucked their owner up. You know, it's probably like an older sick person. I like to assume the best. That had to give up their dog, and then they probably worry about them. So I usually end up adopting older dogs, and then they pass away, and it fucks me up. But I know what it's like. Hopefully you've got good memories with your pet, and you know, one day you can get another dog, build more memories. From M2M, remember folks, you should buy a hat for your hat. From Caveman, have some funny money to burn and stay warm in Snowgadishu. From B-Man14K, so is bananas and rice the new chicken and watermelon? Yes, it is. I mean, I suppose, yeah, it is. From Schizo Garcia, the timing, literally got my hat yesterday. Well, I hope you enjoy it. It's a quality hat you can find at metokur.myshopify.com, where you can also get amazing new t-shirts, hats, and mugs. From A Leaf, you're blackpilling. ICE is executing libtards in the streets of Snowgadishu, and you're blackpilling? Not me, I'm an optimist over here. From Capslock 3, I farted, also keep fighting, Metokur. Godspeed. From Eli, 2 streams, you spoil us, Daddy Jep. What's up with Ian? Leftists believe ICE are the Gestapo, but then act shocked when they don't let themselves get fucked with protesters. Definition of delusional. From Metokur's unwanted stepchild, I was told there would be a banana pudding. Vodka blood. Clyde says boof. Nice to lizards. God bless Jim. Have an honor on me. From BD, I'm still waiting for the Patrick Tomlinson stream, Cancer Man. Maybe I can fold him in there somewhere. From Schizo Garcia, the anti-bully rises. From Flesian, helping Jim stay healthy this winter with a supply of potassium and vitamin B. From Christopher Brown, the necromancer Jade needs to sell more hats. From Traditional Catholic Knowledge, hey Jim, happy to be here. Happy to have you. From Jeffrey Epstein, I suppose he's come back from the dead. At least bananas and rice would be better than the slop they serve down here. From Nesquik, protesting ICE is finger-biting good. You know, I should have included that. But there are images of protesters biting off fingers of ICE officers. From Jim Farm for a big one. May God bless you and your fellows, Jim. Well, thank you very much. From King N64 1994. Oh, N64 1994. I'm a fucking regent. Bananas rise up. I got one from a long sequence of numbers. I'm going to read it out. 179-107-1999999. Banana Fun. Somalis and bananas are a tasty treat. Diet Ginger Dale. If we get American Civil War 2.0 because a SIG went off accidentally, it proves God has a sense of humor, I suppose. Fat pup, stay warm out there. From Christopher Brown. Jim, can you please let Alex know he's a big gay? Thank you, Hatman. Alex, you are fucking gay as shit. From Grant Shearer. Nuxarians, Nux Anors. Am I saying that right? Nux Anors? Latest Iran video is pure cinema. Also, what do you think of the Skybrows songs? I like Joe Rogan best. Godspeed with treatment, Jim. Thank you very much. I'm getting all my shit aligned for my treatment that's coming up. Got a PET CT scan scheduled for like a week and a half out from here, and then they do a couple of biopsies, and then I'm doing it. I'm fully committing to my fucking treatment, whatever it is they finalize on, whether it's biologic infusion with a couple of chasers or they're going to do full chemo, whatever it is. They have told me, though, that regardless of what they do, they want to do radiation on top of it. But I don't fucking care. Let's just murder whatever it is. Let's reboot Jimmy. Just fucking murder my immune system. Let's just restart the fucking thing and see where it goes. From Julie Jinx, please announce to the world that Julie Jinx is batshit crazy in love. Well, now they know, Julie. From Gifted Monster, have you given any thought to moving, Jim? Given how unsafe Minnesota is and your health improving marginally. I have a soft spot for my home state. I mean, I'm sure there are great states out there. I know there are. There are better states. I'm not delusional about that. But, you know, it's you grow up somewhere and you have a fondness for it. What can I say? I'm fucking screwed, I guess. Holy Squid Man, Lightbulb Head Food from Adrian Torres. Hey, Jim, thanks for everything. If you can, give a shout out to my friend Specialist Peters Kuhn, who joined the military to date Muslim chicks. Well, that's a hell of a way to go about it, but Godspeed, buddy. I mean, you're really committing to get a date, but I hope it works out. For Mitsu, if you drew the shooter who died, you'd get in trouble for making an anti-Semitic caricature. From BD, you were one of my favorite racists, Daddy Jim. Well, thank you. I aim to please. Harrison Bradley, can you wish my brother a happy birthday? Well, happy birthday, brother of Harrison Bradley. Got one from Maggie with no message, but thank you. From Fuma Chowan, probably fucking that up. Babe, shut up. Random Metokur stream is on. From M2M, this message goes out to Kirsch when she watches this. Part 1 of 4. Hey, Kirsch, how does it feel knowing your real, actual IRL face is on side scrollers? I have no idea. From Bento Wellen, Mommy Steph, you're amazing and I love you. From me too. Hey, Jim, glad you're doing better and you're always welcome in the Orthodox Church. Are you paying attention to Candace Owens? Some funny stuff there. Yeah. So listen, I know there's this whole thing with Candace going on. Here's my take on it. Why would I have to say this? But this is my take. I think she is fucking crazy. I think she is legitimately insane. I have not liked Candace Owens from the first go, right? I did a video on her app, which was created to dox right-wingers. It was an app that, you could put people's information in and then fuck with them, and there was no recourse for it, and I didn't like it, and I thought it was shit. And then she jumped on to being right-wing all of a sudden, and I didn't really pay attention to pretty much anything she did. And now all I hear, and again, maybe I'm misinformed, but all I hear when it comes to Candace Owens is that she's talking about Turkish helicopters and Erica Kirk working with Israeli special forces to drop a moon on Charlie Kirk because she was secretly behind it to take over TPUSA because they want to poison the water and make more homosexual frogs to kill as many Jews as possible. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Somebody slipped some high dose psychedelics into her coffee and she was unaware of it. I don't know. From M2M, Blabs tried deleting the footage, but I still have the clips saved. From IVP, lots of love, you and yours. I hope you're feeling better. Call my boyfriend gay for me. Good luck out there fighting the good fight. Okay. So IVP's boyfriend, whoever, do we have the name here? No, you're just gay. You're just gay. I'm sorry. From Brave, it do be like that, Mr. Metokur. From M2M, for those curious, why are you so content, M2M, on doxing Kirsch? I don't want to keep saying it, but Kirsch, somebody is desperately coming after you. I'm not sure what the animosity here is. Boy, you've put a lot of money into this. Also, I'd like to say hello for Harry. The absolute weirdo VTuber at Mizu Tamari, respect. Who the fuck is Mizu Tamari? Respectively, you two blokes need help. Hold on. I feel like there's a fight taking place that I'm fucking unaware of. Is this a VTuber? Mizu Tamari. Mizu Tamari. Oh, it's a VTuber. I'm sorry, Chad. I got sidetracked. From Henry Cunningham, the University of Cincinnati, Keno Knight loves you, Jim. We call Minnesota nuts. From M2M again. Do you have a holy war against VTubers? One final message. This goes out to VTuber. I'm not going to say their name. Stop being a grifting ethod. Act properly and work to get married, you lazy bones. Oh, well, I guess that's not terrible. Could you pick fucking names I can pronounce, though? Amalgamate. I said that right, I bet. Who is Amalgamate? It's another streamer. You're just throwing names out here, man. DSP Historical Society. It do be like that, Mr. Stencil. Miracle Man 227. Here's a $5 for my favorite hat salesman. Hope you stay warm this snowstorm. Mask of the Dragon, Ooga Booga Banana Rice, Ooga Booga Banana Rice. From Lord Chippy Dip. Hey, Jim. I hope you're doing well. God bless you, homie. I'm praying the rosary every day for you, Matt. Really hope you make a recovery. From Schizo Garcia. Good to see you streaming, Jibbo. From Hamster Easter 96. Even California has more redeeming qualities than Minnesota at this point. At least Cali has good food and tons of natural beauty. It's pretty fucking rough to say, man. Master Gawa recently befriended a very boobalicious and top-heavy VTuber, Cinevere. I showed her one of your vids. She watched it on her Christmas stream. Before you ask, Mommy Cinna Iseki 2 donkeys. From Christmas Johan, who here hates voters' thermostatic opinion shifts? From BD, hey Jim, I know you're absolutely focusing on domestic politics, but do you agree with how aggressive Trump is acting with allies like Denmark? Just curious about your thoughts. Listen, I've said this before. I've actually talked about this on social. I get so much shit. Europeans hate me for saying this, but I feel like that a lot of the time, I'd say like the last 50 to 75 years, it feels like America pays the bill for a lot of shit, while European countries have their hands out, and then they spit in our face. Now, does that apply specifically to Denmark? No, I couldn't say if it does. I'm more thinking in line with something like France or England or Germany. But I don't see a problem with being aggressive about your sovereignty or your territory. That's not to say that we should be 100% isolationist. But no, I don't have a problem with being aggressive with allies. Fuck it. I want our money spent here. I want our security to secure us. I want not to be, Americans are the world police and everybody hates us. And then we decide not to pay the bill to be the world police and everybody hates us. We pull out of the WHO and we have to pay, what is it, a $250 million fine? So I don't know. I'm more a domestic politics kind of guy. I want my country to be strong and prosperous like anybody wants their country to be. And I want it to get the best deal it can like anybody wants their country to get. I don't think that's wrong. And I think you should look out for your own people and your own nation. It's suicidal not to. So no, on principle, no, I don't disagree with it. From Mario Carter 13, turns out tens of thousands of autistic children simply never existed. Autism epidemic solved. From M2M. Okay, dude, you need to do a stream on your own for your jihad against the VTubers. One more message. Take a chill pill, Kelly. Or rather, okay, I'm not going to dox people, dude. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. You can refund your super chat. I'm not going to do it. Brandon Lees, how many bananas have the Somalians hoarded from us? The prices at the grocery store are ridiculous. They're in on the whole thing. From Bubblegun Gun, Trump Christ cucks when Somalis steal American taxpayer money. Trump crust cucks when Jews steal American taxpayer our money. From E1000 Mega, head built like a light bulb, but they're the dimmest one. From 179-107-1999999, I literally just got done making banana cookies. Fuck my life. Bender's back baby. Have you switched accounts? Are you switched accounts? I don't think you're jumping all over the place. I can't, I'm not going to do it. Listen, I usually read everything, and when people throw my docs out there, I'll read them, but I'm not going to just fucking dox random people, man. I'm just not going to do it. Darkwood Demon Door, greetings from the mostly white flyover state. I really hope your home state can get their shit together, Jim. Godspeed. Justin Royland, fried bananas and rice melon from Farron. Bananas and rice were promised to us 3K years ago. From Ika Chatel, you know what? I think I should eat 6 bananas and down it with Sprite. From Master Gala, my boobalicious friend. Oh, I think I've already read this. Is this doubling back? One sec. I might be a bit of a glitch. One sec. Marauder 538. Free will is very real. Don't abuse it. God will stop you, but the good in the world will hold you accountable. So choose to be good, or you will learn a lesson in life or death. Stay alive, Jim. Thank you. From Kagito Kayla, living for these kind of streams, mission critical. From Timable, can't buy a hat from down here in the prison colony, so have some money. Glad to see you still going. Thank you. Are you chewing gum? Jim, praying you're still exploring the Christian faith and your health is improving. Here's a 5 to get some bananas or rice. Can't get both. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with some jasmine rice. And yes, I am still exploring my faith. I talked about it on the Super Chat segment of the last stream. Settled on a couple of different church options to try out. One being Eastern Orthodoxy, one being Catholicism, and I think the other one, which we had talked about, was Pentecostal. And lining that up, I'll say everything is pretty easy to find, with the exception of Eastern Orthodoxy, because I either have to learn like Ukrainian or Russian, and there aren't a lot of locations. But if you want something, you got to work for it. So, from Eli. God bless you, Jim. I grew up on you, man. I'm glad you're still kicking. I'm glad you joined the faith. God bless. I hope you stay around to piss off more idiots. From Eli. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Read that one. From Ben. Hey, Jim. Shout out to my little brother, Jeremiah, in the chat. From the number guy again. That lady who died was just as retarded as George Floyd. From Darkwood. Buy a Glock, free a Glock, Candy Man. The Somalis are coming. Excuse me. The Somalis are coming for your dogs. Oh, my God. I pulled a DSP there. I almost belched right into the mic. Oh, God, I'm morphing into him. This is terrible. From Brappy Hour, peace be with you and with your spirit. From Marauder again, the woman killed the ICE, saw the agent in front of her car and hit the gas. You can have your day in court. You cannot run over an agent of justice, irregardless of your opinion. You died as a result of abusing your free will. Well, I think when you watch the video, specifically her wife or girlfriend, I don't know if they were married actually, but her wife or girlfriend, whatever she was, right when she moved her car tires to point in a line at that agent, she started screaming to Renee, floor it. I think there should be legal repercussions for her. Justin, hey guys, I have seriously funny bit and I'm going to spam it max characters limit into the chat until I'm validated by Jim. Look, so I don't have moderators in the chat. You can say whatever you like. God knows I have been doxxed to hell and back in my own chat. And there are people that will spam emojis or spam caps lock shit. I don't fucking care. I know it's annoying, but look, everywhere on the internet is essentially as heavily censored as it gets, right? Every social media platform, the rules regarding streaming or uploading, video content, whether it's long or short form, it doesn't really matter. People can't just fucking banter and bullshit. And yes, people will abuse it and be obnoxious, but I'd like there to be at least some of that still around. That's my goal, the aim that I'm trying to go for. If somebody's horrifically egregious with it, the website itself will take them out. You know what I mean? They'll get nailed by YouTube itself. So I'd like to at least give people leeway, regardless of how they use it, because there's not a lot of it left. This is part of the internet becoming what it is now. It used to be a lot more diverse in the fact that multiple companies owned different platforms. And now there's like 10 major corporations that own pretty much everything. And they all implement the same kind of social policies. So while it is annoying to have somebody spam whatever bullshit they're spamming, Um, you know, you take the good with the bad, I guess. From Renegade Shuriken, leaning towards simulation theory, back in the Floyd times, two people were hit by a car. Their last names were Summer of Love. Now we're looking at the pretty good, or God has a sense of humor. Oh God, I didn't even think of that. Holy shit, you're right. Schizo Garcia, is his name really Jonathan Ross? Yes, it was. I know. People brought it up after the stream I did last time saying, how could you not have talked about Bathtub Ross? I really wasn't thinking about it. You've got to understand, like, with my, this is actually dark, but it's true. um, so with the illness shit that I've gone through and how fucking bad it's been, there was a point there. Um, it's like a fog descends kind of on you. I don't know how to explain it. I think anybody that's been really sick or in a terminal position or something really horrible will understand this better than people maybe who haven't. Um, this kind of bizarre fog kind of descends on you, where you lose interest in things and your wit and your ability to think and respond and recall diminishes a lot. It's like you shut down everything, right, to focus the most amount of energy on the most basic and fundamental important bits of your biology to keep you going. And for like 2 years, I'd say 2.5 years, um, I've been functioning under that, and I'm only kind of coming out of it now. And I can feel the difference, and you know, people I know notice the difference. Um, I know this is a heavy answer to a joke thing that you're bringing up, but it is related, so whatever. Uh, but I can feel that fog going away, and it's really strange because now I can kind of look back on the last 2 years and kind of see how diminished that was. I don't know. This is hard to explain. Again, I think if you've gone through it or you know somebody that's gone through, you get what I'm saying. So that's why I'm hopeful that it means that I'm moving in a positive direction. I don't know. Like that guy brought up with his pet earlier, where it had a burst of energy before passing away. People kind of are like that too. So I'm staying with a positive note. I'm hoping that this means it's moving in a good direction. I'm responding to things and I've got treatment shit lined up and what could be a very concrete diagnosis. So that's your heavy, dark fucking answer to your joke question. But yes, his name really is Jonathan Ross. From Dark Defender, if we were to cut off all federal and state subsidies and the ability to have employment and driver's licenses, would this cause these illegals to self-deport? If not, what? Thanks for the recent streams, Jim. Well, here's the thing. Illegals should not be getting voting rights. They shouldn't be getting driver's licenses. They shouldn't have access to firearms. They should have difficulty, crossing state borders, for fuck's sake. There are all these things. You're talking about the subsidies for these programs because of what they're doing, but the programs themselves should have mechanisms. There should be oversight. I don't know if this is just a sign that bureaucracy itself is such a failure and can't pick it apart, or if corruption has made the bureaucracy be like a cover-up for that. It's an interesting question, actually. Is the DMV shit because it's so big, or is the DMV shit because they're intentionally inept because they're fraud, like corrupt, in regards to something like this? I don't know. This is basic shit that shouldn't have to even be discussed, for fuck's sake. I hope Minnesota is the test case for fixing this shit. Cut the money off. See what happens. I don't give a shit. And do I think that this would cause them to self-deport? No, fuck no. They will find some way to turn this into a private sector scam. If you cut off the government money, they're not. Listen, I think being poor in America is still preferable to being middle class in some of these third world shitholes. So yeah, they'll stay here without the government gives. They'll find a way to abuse charity. In fact, I'm sure they're already doing it. From Grimace92, there was less public outrage about a guy named Jonathan Ross expressing like kids working at school. God, again, I apologize. Why didn't I talk about Bathtub Ross? I'm still kind of crawling out of that fog. It is happening, but there's, it's like, I can compare it to, actually, this is probably a good comparison. Imagine you sat on your leg in a weird way, or you slept, like, if you ever slept on your arm in a strange way and it falls asleep completely, almost to the point of being painful, right, as it comes back, and how it's like a patchwork when it comes back, it doesn't suddenly just not be asleep, right? It kind of tingles all over and there are patches of normal sensation and pain, and then it's back to normal. That's kind of what it's like. You know, there's patches of that fog still there as it breaks through in other areas. From Goblin Hunter, my headcanon is that everyone who docks Jonathan freaked out like Bathtub Boy when the feds arrested them. I know that there's been some blowback, but I wish they'd post more about it to discourage the behavior. From Lehe Bamba, for Jim, our beloved, many blessings for you and Jade. Thank you. From Eminem. Okay, dude, you keep sending me messages. I'm not going to say their names. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say their names, but I'll put the insult out there. It's a compromise. This one's for Kirsch, who he says is not actually a hot anime foxu, but is a whale that needs to exercise. What VTuber hurt you, my guy? What has started your jihad? From Horsey Productions. So the light bulb Negroes like bananas could have told you that. From Lunar Man. Been watching for years. Thank you for all your work. Hope your health continues to improve. Can you tell me that we're beating the Patriots tomorrow with our backup? Go Broncos. Sure, why not? Go all in on it. From Sneed David Williams. I'm hearing the administration is working on a cure for liberal women by making them all take turns at Turkey Tom's girlfriend. I'm sorry, take turns as Turkey Tom's girlfriend, and paying his friends Nick and Augie to deny it. So I saw the Tom stuff. I'll save it for a potential future stream. I didn't get to check out Augie's stream, but from what I heard, he got a ton of shit on it. So it might be funny to get clips from that. It's kind of like a last thing, I guess. You know, it's not really like the core of it, but that might be funny. I heard he got a ton of shit, but I don't know how badly or disastrously the stream went. From Black Bull, Philadelphia burns the city for either winning or losing a championship. Minneapolis burns their city down for a crackhead getting killed. Well, that is true. Oh my God, Jimmy's throat's getting sore. I will tell you what, chat, we're going to do one more small break. I've still got a good amount of super chats to go through. I'm going to read through them all. Except for you, M2M, who in your holy crusade against every fucking VTuber on the internet. I'm not going to dox people, but I will try to work around it so I can at least say you're Venom, right? And then I will read all the other ones. But let's do a quick break. I will come back again. Check out Metokur. My brain's glitching now. Shopify.com. What song are we gonna do? I don't want to keep going to the merch song, but I do like it. I need a new merch song. I probably got to update my video choices here. Yeah, we'll just do this. Take a 5-minute, come back, finish out the super chats, and then we will call it an evening. So, just 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. Feeling a little better. Got a little something to drink. So let's continue onward. From Dr. Fauci's pardon prison, but it stops at B. I'm going to say bitch. This is Dr. Fauci's pardon prison, bitch. If Trump won't invoke the Insurrection Act, send in the troops and arrest Walz for treason. He should resign and let Vance take over. I'm so done with this. I don't disagree. Listen, I think there needs to be some decisive action here. I'd like if he got more involved with Minnesota. I agree with you. I also think he should have fired Pam Bondi's ass and just released the Epstein shit. I said that now on the last 3 streams during the super chat section. There are certain things that I think could be done that aren't being done. Yeah, one is definitely with Minnesota. Another is Bondi just feels useless to me. It's like they just don't ever do anything. I don't understand what is her purpose. From Sergeant Shitlord, LOL. From Scott Jackson, meanwhile in Iran. From Salt, lol, they want to command useful dudes to go out, yet you don't see those same people marching orders on the street. Well, yeah, they like useful idiots. I agree. Schizo Garcia, these people will create the next Dylan Roof. Dashcam Dossier, Jim is out of the carbonate hibernation, then straight back into the Bacta tank. From Will, the one battle after another LARP will continue until emergency box wine is distributed. God, do you remember how badly they pushed that fucking movie? Like it was good. I kept seeing the movie isn't even out yet. One battle after another, right? That's a DiCaprio one. And it was already every fucking review site was saying, "Oh, this is an auteur. This is the next emotional piece. This is a generational movie experience. This is pure kino and cinema. This is an experience. This is, something you can't, you'll only come across once in your life." Kept fluffing it up, and it's just awful. It's a shitty fucking movie. God, I feel like there hasn't been any decent that's an exceptionally awful movie, but I feel like there's not been any good movies in a while, but in particular that one, yeah, they like to use Holly. When I think about it, it is weird. Even putting aside these, the tiff with J.K. Rowling, right, when it comes to Harry Potter, the left seems really enamored with using fictional characters which are popular or currently popular movies as like their LARP, right? Like they want to be Harry Potter, they want to be Jedi's. What is The Handmaid's Tale? I don't know what they call the women in the red robes in that. Uh, they want to be DiCaprio or his mulatto girlfriend in one battle after another. I'm getting angry just talking about this movie. If I'm thinking of the right one, if it's a DiCaprio one, God, it was so bad. Diet Ginger Dale, The Whistles Go Woo. I should have used that clip. Hang on, Smoky Smoky Hang. One more message. Oh, we're going back. Boy, you really hate Garish. From Mandar, someone stole my Sweetie Squad hoodie. From Panda Baller, remember when the truckers were blowing their horns in Canada a few years ago? Remember how the left complained of noise pollution? I guess noise pollution is okay now with their gay whistles. Again, they don't ever mean what they say. It's just to inconvenience and annoy everybody else. Yeah, they love to call out hypocrisy on the right, but they are just hypocrites by default. Don't go into an argument with them expecting good faith. You've already lost if you have. Just assume they're trying to fuck you over and lie, and you'll get a lot. You'll get further with that mindset. From Dextrose, goodbye Don Julio. Jim has the recipes. That's right. I've given them to Taco John's, and they're gonna. I actually made a joke about that, and then I realized on social media that is, I realized like Taco John's is hyper regional. I think there are like three of them, and they don't exist outside of Minnesota. Nobody knows what that fucking place is. We have a Taco John's in town, not Taco Bell, Taco John, and it is delicious. Decent tacos. Potato olays are bangers. Fucking amazing seasoning. If you ever get a chance and you come across like a Taco John, get their potato olays and use some of their hot sauce. It's great shit. From Kiljan, bought an American capitalist hat, and it's a red with 4 stars. Nice quality. Well, I'm glad you like it. From Baby Corleone, I've been following you since I was 21, Jim. I'm now 30, and you have cancer AIDS. I can't tell you how many times in those years when I needed a break from life, I could always rely on your streams to give me some escape or love you. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed the streams. From Michael, I'm glad to see your health is a bit better and you may have a diagnosis for your ailments. Here's hoping that 2026 is the year of the Chud 2, Electric Boogaloo. In regards to you streaming, God bless Jim. Again, cautiously optimistic, trying to be positive about it. I know there's that psychological component to health where they say that if you have a good mindset and a positive outlook, that things can get better for you. It's kind of similar with the power of prayer and other things like that, where there is something to be said for the mentality that you go into it with. Obviously, that's not going to cure you or fix things, but it helps. So try to keep positive about it. From Evil Bunny, Bunny Bunny, my German Shepherd puppy is becoming a chud and a member of the Sweetie Squad. From Devastator, great fireside chat tonight, Jim. Great crowd too. Stay warm and make sure your drinks have plenty of ice. Well, thank you. From Cytokin, time to bring back Synthwave and right-wing death squads. Recovery Anonymous, you should get a Steam Deck. Windows 11 sucks now. Year of the Linux desktop. I have a Steam Deck. I got one a while ago, and I've enjoyed it. I'm trying to think of like how much usage I've gotten out of it. But again, that kind of goes back to what I said earlier about that like fog. It really sucks away your ability to enjoy hobbies. I'll be honest, where you can just lose track of time and just your days bleed together. So maybe I'll get more usage out of it going through, because I personally don't want to Because what, PS6 and whatever the next Xbox console is going to be around the corner, and I don't want to pay $1,500 for a fucking console. And I have this terrible, terrible feeling that that's where it's going. That's probably the price of the parabolic gold and silver, is we're going to have to pay $4,500 for a PS6. From Jay Raymond, fully captured academia, try searching for scholarships for white males, then try searching for minority scholarships. I know that. Actually, back in the day when I was on a stream with Milo Yiannopoulos and Sargon, this is before all the liberalisms, uh, I actually was the one that gave Milo the idea for doing the white male scholarships, the privilege fund or whatever the fuck it was called. Now, I didn't get I didn't run it. That was, he took it and did something with that. But that was entirely, that's why we were joking about it on stream, is because you're right. There is a disproportionate gulf that exists between those two things. I would love to see academics where race isn't a factor at all. Where if you're a 4.0 student or you've got excellent academic records and you've done all these extracurriculars and you've worked your ass off, that you get a fucking scholarship, that you get access to the colleges you want to go to. This quota system that schools have used at every level for decades now is awful, and I've seen it firsthand. I said it when it came to younger kids. Kids are kids, and they deserve the chance at an education. And treating them as a check mark or a box to tick not only deprives, white students of being denied things they should have access to, but it does a disservice to minority students who are passed ahead without ever fixing issues. Because there are milestones when it comes to young education, where if you don't meet certain criteria by a certain age, it will forever be a problem for you. And just saying, it's good enough, they're this color or they're this race or this religion, we have to let them go through without fixing it, means that you fuck that kid's life forever. Just like you fuck the white kid or the Asian kid by denying them access to whatever program it is they should get into. Academia is fucked. From RV Schwartz, 2 old streams, only weeks apart. Does this mean your health situation is improved? God bless and thank you for the years of entertainment. I feel more energetic. I feel like the fog is lifted. I'm still not back at 100%. I don't know. Mentally, right? This is how I'm talking. Mentally, as far as my wit or insight, I don't know. I'm like 70%. I feel much better than where I was. I will say that. But I do look at it as a positive development. Reverso numero uno. One more message. We're going back. Boy, you hate Kirsch. From Blue Fire. Reminder, no matter how many or how much you hate journos, you can never hate them enough. From Sirius McNegative. Always a pleasure to see you at it again, Jim. Keep up the good work. From Metokur the Chad. Discord spies. Be wary of them, Jim. From Neanderthal Knight. Ditch my lame friends and their socialist Magic the Gathering club to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And drink sake while Jim laughs at commies getting KO'd. Look, I played Magic the Gathering back in the day. I'm trying to think, where did I leave off? So I started, Jesus, when did I start? Right around the dark. And I quit. I'm trying to think what was the, God, was it Mirage or Visions? I'm trying to give you like a spectrum, right, between the sets of where I started and where I quit. And when I quit, it was because, they're starting to fuck with holographic stuff. And we're talking about different rarities. The game is unrecognizable to me now. With, everybody favoring commander decks and the planeswalker shit. And, this universe beyond stuff. I don't want fucking Spider-Man in my wizard game. All right. I don't know how you guys handle that. I haven't even bothered to look. Is that normal play? Is that regular play? Is it its own category of play? I don't put the X-Men shit in and Final Fantasy. I get it. People like weird stuff. They have favorite franchises. They want that Fallout collector card. But you fucking murdered the card game with that shit. Just as far as Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, I don't know what that's like. I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't know if you're just fucking with me or if it's actually a good card game. If it is, more power to you. I hope you enjoy it. From Big Doinks, thanks for everything, Jim. You've inadvertently been a part of my return to God through the years. I hope your journey proceeds well, both in faith and in health. Thanks for all the laughs and all the knowledge. Much love. Well, thank you. From Gifted Monster, petition to refer to Somalians as snow globes. You know, the bulb head thing, ah, like the Somalians are not doing themselves a favor, nor are they doing a favor to any other minority group out there, because people are going to look at the Somalians and the shit they're doing, like that bananas and rice clip. Where the fuck is this? Hold on, let me find the bananas and rice clip one last time. I want to play this again and then make my point. All right, hold on one sec. There we are.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
Okay, so like they're out there giving these kind of speeches, and all you hear is about like is fraud and criminal activity and taking advantage of the system, and it's gonna make people start thinking, God, is every stereotype true, or are all the stereotypes? Do I need to re-examine stereotypes about other minority groups and other, different nationalities and ethnic groups? The Somalis are fucking it up for everybody. I'm surprised that every group that exists has not fucking turned on them just for the amount of heat they're going to draw on everybody. You get what I'm saying? Snow globes. No, I think they'll stick to bulb heads. Oh my God. That fucking bananas and rice. Maybe, was it nerves maybe? I don't know. I mean, that'd be giving the benefit of the doubt, but like I haven't seen anything that would be deserving of the benefit of the doubt. Like there's no positive news that I've seen out of the Somali community in Minnesota that would make me go, oh, you know what? I'm going to give her a break on that. From Samurai Tony, how to arrange these leaves? From Rowdy, how many hats do I need to buy for you to upgrade the potato handling your internet, Jimbo? Actually, fun fact, a long time ago I did a stream. So this would be years and years ago. This was the David Shitrat stream. Somebody, I don't know what happened. Now, my ISP said somebody tried fucking with our internet, and after that point, I got paranoid. So I have two different service providers. And right now, I'm on one service provider, and it's patchy, because the other one is completely fucked. I don't know if a drunk hit a pole. I don't know if shit just imploded from Arctic weather, but that one's dead and dusted right now. Now, should I switch to what? Oh my God, what is Elon Musk's satellite internet service? I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but what is that, like $50 a month or something? But I don't know what the speeds on that are. But that should be weather resistant, I would hope. From Honk Hill, I'm waiting for my car, my Nissan 407 or my Nissan 400Z, which is being shipped through Minneapolis because I live 4 hours away. The car I owned and almost paid off got destroyed by a Somali because they blew a red light. Also, God bless Jim and your caged Jade. Well, I'll be sure to pass the message on to her as I feed her corn later tonight. From Dashcam Dossier, Cyrax is the lost peacock inbred from the X-Files. He hid Mama at the end of the episode. From Fat Pup, Cyrax walking around with 25 chromosomes. Timothy Reaper, when he says family, he's talking about Asmongold. From Zusuia Sirius, oh wow, what a shit show. Thoughts on Cobes passing away? Very sad. I actually mentioned this when we were talking about the guy that was doing the AI songs of like Cobes and Leaping Lemur, and he did a few others too. He's like banging them out now. From Tony Stark, holy crap, this protester is the definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. From He Needs Some Milk, love you, Jimbo. Glad you're still around and kicking. Just throwing a few bones before I go back to work. Can't wait to see how far Don Lemon falls. Can't we all? From Devil Nuts, for rice and bananas in these trying times. From Honk Hill, get rid of activist judges. Tinnitus go. Jim steals candy from Somalians. It's true, I do. Charles Salmons, I want the stickers for my hat and a smaller hat sticker for the hat sticker and a different hat sticker for the hat for my hat and smaller hat stickers for the hat sticker for my hat sticker on my hat for my hat. I'll work on it. I'll pass that along. From Modern Mage, buy a hat for your hat, people. Don't let your hat be hatless. You'll only have the only hatless hat in the Sweetie Squad. From Phil Regular, the Whizzles go woo. Dashcam Dossier, the Godless Calling for God. I know. That's one of their favorite tricks. From Shelby, thanks for the entertainment over the years. Wishing you well in the new year. Well, thank you. From Arthur J. Mercado, hey, Daddy Jim, happy belated New Year. Are you aware Cyrex's dad was a convicted pedophile, now trans woman? Only guy I know with 3 mothers. His grandfather, too, was a pedophile. Love you, Daddy Jim. You know, he's got just the biggest burden of genetics I've ever seen. It wasn't even a joke. It's horrific to look at. From John, hey, Jim, are you a safe distance away from the riot? Yes, I am. Because I've been doxxed to hell and back, I don't think it's unsafe for me to say I'm in a town called Forest Lake, related to the Don Julio story from earlier. And it's a good enough distance away, I believe. From Lilith, Jim, so glad to hear you sounding better. Really hoping you stream more on the state of this cloud world. Wishing you the best. Well, thank you. From Evil Bunny. Second LG donation to you, Mr. Metokur, for long stream. And just because Say Hello Rocket, German's puppy name, I can put it in a toy for his audio. Okay. Hello, Rocket. From Justin Royland. I went to school with Aaron. He wanted to enter my sister, who was 12 when he was 17. I thought he genuinely liked me and was bad at games. She told me the truth. I am a woman with a fake alias, obviously. Are we talking about, you mean Aaron, oh my God, who do we, it's Aaron Rupert? All I know is that Pete beat the shit out of his tits. From Zab11, have you considered doing a stream on the Iran situation? It's looking like they might get the Maduro treatment. That would be wild. Using the discombobulation ray. Chambers of my heart, Jim, you're a terror with that shirt design. Thank you very much. From Anonymous, the Antifa general who was calling for people to use guns against ICE is a cross-dresser, replied with a video link to your last X post. Yeah, we caught it at the very end. From Twerk to Spec, who cares, Lamau? Nerds, that's who. From Mace Shaputner, my mom and dad are propagandized by the Mexican left of Moreno and all the anti-Trump lies. They're 70. I love my mom, but she supports evil and AMLO. You know, some people get so old and set in their ways, there's not much you can do. You can just gently guide her and hope one day she just kind of puts it together and it's like, oh, you know what? maybe I guessed wrong on that one. From Will M. I had to skip the stream. I swore off this topic because it's infuriating, but I'm glad you're here showing people what's going on, and I hope you're well. Well, thank you very much. Let me just refresh here and see if I might have missed a few. Bang out the ones that I did, and we'll call it an evening here. Looks like I did miss a few. I will try to get them. Hopefully, hold on, I'm reloading. 1 second, everybody. Here we go. Surfing Cowboy. God gave you enough life to outlive Ralph. Chambers of my heart. Doodletones got outed for covering for child predators in his server and nuked everything. He's now under a new name, Don Told Stories or Don Tells Stories. Is that what Doodle's up to? Oh, I still remember how pissed they got for my video making fun of shit not even related to them. Drew Peacock. Hi, Jim. Glad you're not hanging out with Basherverse right now. Could you call my friend Jackson a Coast Guard computer Janny? Jackson, you're a Coast Guard computer Janny. Darkwood Deminor. Any word about your progress towards underwater hamster objectivity? God, you know, I haven't looked up like what's going on with that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how that underwater hamster utopia is going. I hope it's going well. I thought that was probably one of the best things ever on the internet, to be honest with you. He was so enthusiastic about it, like a genuine love for his hamsters and making these little habitats. I know he switched to doing airships. Like he had a whole fucking armada, underwater cities, dirigibles. He probably would have built little mountain. It would have been just a hamster world if he had gotten enough money. I hope things are going well for him. M2M, just remember Kirsch, stay cool and chill. From Reese Game, I don't know if you do emulation, but I recommend Mario's Mystery Meat. Definitely a what the fuck type of ROM hack without going into Kaizu territory. The Kaizu Mario stuff. I suck at video games. I think this has been proven by me playing them. Putting Kaizu Mario in front of me is a fucking mistake. Devil's Advocate, bless you potato neighbor. Project Wombat and Mofo Q are massive bundles of sticks. Also, any thoughts to more regular streaming if your health improves? I wouldn't mind doing it. Here's the thing. When it comes to, I talked about the fog thing, right? One of the other things that I kind of had to deal with is, um, it fucking killed me, man. Streaming is not arduous. If you're a normal person, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. I see a lot of like e-celebs say, "Oh my God, streaming." No, it's not. It's not that big a deal. Maybe if you're doing like 10-hour streams every day, then okay, maybe it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But as far as like something that could make you money or something that you're doing for a hobby, it's not that big a deal. But being sick like I was, um, I'd be fucked for days after doing it. I'm just laying in bed sick as shit. Like it just sapped the energy out of me. This is again one of the reasons why I'm optimistic or positive about how things are going, because the last couple of streams that I've done, I don't encounter that anymore. It doesn't happen. I feel normal afterwards. So I don't know. I don't know if that means I'll do more streaming or not. I'd like to do funny shit, and I don't mind doing the politics stuff when it comes to what's going on right now. The Minuteman, oh wait, no, oh yeah. It's great to see you streaming so strong still. Don't forget that Purity Sin is shy, but still talks about you and Jade fondly. You've exposed many people to so many different kinds of creators. Stay strong, brother. Thank you very much. From Mace Spudner W. Trump should decorate Scheinbaum and AMLO for last year terrorist attacks by leftist Latinos. She was behind that shit. Trump can make her pay. I don't know what's going to go on with the Mexican situation. Like I don't know what's going to go on with a lot of the situations. Things are kind of shifting around right now as far as foreign policy and more regional stuff when it comes to Canada and Mexico. I feel like the next hot topic for at least the next few weeks is going to be Carney in Canada. From Homeowner Phobic, please look up Jay Dyer. He's an Eastern Orthodox. His channel is great for exploring the Christian Orthodox faith. God bless you. Love from Denmark. I'll do so. From Kumbala, being Mexican is more than beans and rice. Being American and Mexicano is like having beans and rice. Opinionated Junkie, the protester called Black Ice Agent Race Trader. From John Stamos, Charlie Kirk interviewed Friar John Strickland, an Orthodox priest, a month ago, or a month before he died. I'd recommend that and other Friar John stuff. And Lord of Spirits. I'll check that out too. From L Monstermon, Jungle Pussy, that is all. Movie Lost Plot. Charles Sampson, Taco John's is also in Grand Forks, North. Is it really in North Dakota? Schizo Garcia, poor Kirsch needs a crane to get out of bed. God, everybody's taking shots today. Mr. Liger Strike, for what you can and what you will do. Thanks for all you've done. Laser Beam Hawkins, why won't the feds arrest Walls, Frey, and the political cronies that have promoted the left violence? If you can point out all the criminal acts they've committed, why can't the U.S. government? It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Samurai Tony, One Piece card game is fun, but getting scalped right now. And John, did you see Moist Critical made a video on ice? No, I haven't. I've been glued to the local sources, really. Locals insofar as they're actually in Minnesota, right? Like, Nick Sorter and Cam Higgs. I don't think Cam Higsby is. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But people like that are here right now. Shirley's here. Alpha News people are here. Just kind of watching what's going on, especially like in Minneapolis and the surrounding suburbs, what's going on with the Signal Chat stuff, the Discords, the local police departments, the mayor's office, the governor's mansion, that kind of shit. I haven't really been watching, I guess, other bigger opinions from people kind of outside the area. Again, because it's my backyard, right? It's 35 minutes from where I am, where all the crazy fucking people are. So I'm hyper focused on that, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to. Let me see here. 1 second, folks. I promised that guy I'd look for Francis E. Declan. I'm pretty sure I've got it. I'm pretty sure it's here. Francis, where are you? Hopefully Francis's dulcet tones will be able to soothe the rage of everybody. Poor Kirsch, taking fucking shots from everybody. Jesus. Did she play a multiplayer game and do disastrously? Is that why everybody's out for blood today? Let's see. Francis E. Declan. I had a really good fucking Francis song too. It's gonna piss me off if I actually don't have it here. Fuck. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. Awesome. I've got it. I've got it. Found it. Found it, guy who asked for it. I found it. Oh, boy, are you lucky. Okay, hold on. Let me get this synced up. We'll do Francis for an ender. Francis. Sorry, folks. It just takes a second here.
Look at the picture. See the skull.
Sorry, just getting it ready. God, I don't know how many. I used to play this song as well as a few others back on alternate sites that I streamed on. So I don't know how many people have heard it, but it's a banger. It's not bad. We'll use it as our outro. So everybody who came out, thank you very much. Maybe I'll do a stream next weekend, or if something crazy happens, maybe not. I don't know. But, there'll be updates if I do. Hopefully I got to your chats. I tried to read everything. If I missed one, I'm sorry. So we'll let Francis, our boy, take us away here as he warns us about Frankenstein controls and not even numerals. So enjoy your weekend and stay safe out there.